We play and call it work.
Hey there, Wargamers. Today I have a couple of new 40k battle reports for you guys, and I'm playing against Josh. It has been probably well over a year since both he and I have played together on camera, and he's playing Black Templar for both the games. Different lists though, and old school list to boot. In the first game, I'll be playing the Word Bearers against him. In the second game, I played the Space Wolves. Now, if you want to check out the second game, the first one is going to be for free on YouTube as you're watching it here. Or the second game, if you want that, you can just click the link down below, and it'll send you directly to that game in the MiniWarGaming Vault, where we have a bunch of other 40k content as well if you're feeling starved on 40k stuff. Now, Josh isn't here in this intro for two reasons. First one, the main one being that quarantine times, I'm at home and he's at home. And the second one being we had audio issues in the first one, so I had to scrap that, and now I have a Joshless intro. But I guess it is what it is. Now, without further ado, let's get to the games. Let's go take a look at the armies, and let's just play some 40k. Somewhat of a treat for you guys today. Here are the Word Bearers, newly rebased by both Josh and Vito. Both deserve equal credit in rebasing these Marines. Now I don't have to feel guilty anymore running this beautiful 30k Word Bearers army on teeny little 25mm bases. So at 1,000 points, this is a battalion battle report. We of course have a battalion. And leading this battalion, we have two kind of support characters, no Chaos Lords here. I'm gonna be running the nasty Erebus here as a master of possessions, one of the newer Chaos Psychers. He will be, you know what? He's actually not gonna be the Warlord, but he will have the Artifact of Chaos. He is going to have the Malefic Tome. He is going to gain bonuses to his psychic powers because of that. And then to the right, we have the Dark Apostle, the Warlord. I am going to spend a command point because I'm Word Bearers on he's going to be a member of the Dark Council. That's going to let him know an additional litany or a prayer to the Dark Gods and be able to make an additional one inspiring as well. So you can have two active prayers instead of the normal one. His Warlord trait will be Exalted Possession, just because it sounds fun and Word Bearer-ish. Essentially, he gains the Possessed keyword and Demon keyword. He will also gain +1 strength and attack, making him base strength 5. And with the Crozius being a little bit more deadly in combat. Now for his prayers, he'll know Warp Sight Plea, which will be +1 to hit for a unit nearby him, as well as Omen of Dark Potency? Sorry, not Dark Potency, just Potency. He is going to gain 3 extra attacks, and his melee weapons will be treated as if they are AP -4. I'm going to put a lot of close combat merit into this Dark Apostle here, who is my Warlord. He doesn't have a lot of wounds, and he's working with a 4-up invulnerable save for the most part, but we'll see how that does for him. Back to our Master of Possessions, his psychic powers he knows will be Cursed Earth, Infernal Power, and Sacrifice. Now he knows the third power because of his Malefic Tome. He can only still cast the 2 though, and he gets +1 to cast both of those because of the Tome. I'm mostly going to be using the first 2, but Sacrifice might come in useful. It allows me to heal demons, which will be my Greater Possessed, and obviously my new and demonic Dark Apostle. Now for the rest of my list, I have 3 troop choices, of course. All of them Chaos Space Marines. We have 3 10-man squads. They are all what you see is what you get. We have 2 plasma guns in this one squad of 10 with a Power Fist on the champion. Over here, we have an identical squad of 2 plasma guns and a Power Fist. And in the back, we do change it up a little bit. 2 melta guns and a Power Sword on the champion instead of the fist. For elites, we have 2 selections of Greater Possessed in units of 2, but they do separate when they deploy, so they're all characters in that regard. They are just absolute units when it comes to close combat, and the only issue is trying to get them there. These are the Gal Vorbak, the Chosen Sons from 30k as stand-in models. And for the rest, not very exciting stuff. We have 3 RHINOs with combi bolters that the Chaos Space Marines are going to be riding in. And to fill out the rest of the points, we have 2 Chaos Spawn. Now, on to the Black Templar.
Over to my super glorious battalion detachment of Black Templars. It has been, I was going to say it's been a while. It's been many editions since I've done anything with Black Templars, but you folks wanted to see it, so here they are. The HQ, I have Captain on a bike. He is a frontline commander, which is giving a bonus to advances as well as charges close by to him. He's armed with Storm Bolter, Twin Bolt Gun, and the Teeth of Terra. or just as many attacks as I can make, because I'm kind of going with the chainsword theme here. Next to him, the other HQ choice is the Emperor's Champion. Nothing upgraded, nothing fancy, because I don't think you can do anything with him, but I think he might just be able to put up a pretty decent fight with your character in combat there. So just saying, Luke, if you want to have a rumble, he's here waiting for you.
That's what I got the Dark Apostle for.
Moving on to troop choices. I got super fancy, super out there. I've got 4 squads of tactical marines that have bolt guns, and the sergeant has a bolt gun and chainsword.
Yep, again, that chainsword theme, yeah.
And just so everybody knows, I don't think it'll come up, but these are tactical marines. They are not the Crusaders, because as far as I can tell, they're still more expensive for basically more options that I'm not going to take advantage of, so why pay more points for marines? We're doing elite choices. Again, I want to stick with this chainsword theme, so I've got company veterans times 3. They're all armed with bolt pistol and chainsword, and the veteran sergeants have power fists and bolt pistols. Fast attack choices. I have got my bike squad. So the Sarge has a chainsword, and then 3 other bikes with, hey, what do you know, chainswords.
Yeah, so just ignore...
Yeah,
ignore the power sword there, that's actually a chainsword.
Rounding off the list, of course, I've got some dedicated transports because we want to get into combat as soon as possible. So I've got 2 rhinos with stormbolters, and then I've got 2 drop pods with stormbolters. That makes up a 1,000 points of Black Templars.
And that's all she wrote. We are going to go ahead and set up for our Crusade mission. Josh and I are now set up for our Crusade mission. We rolled off. I ended up winning the roll off, but I chose Defender in this case because I wanted this side. Don't really know why, and then Josh going first. Plus, Josh's got drop pause. I want to see where they ended up if they showed up turn 1, so I can respond a little bit better. So Josh ended up deploying first, and he's got this Rhino here. Has got veterans inside of it with the Emperor's Champion. This one over here has 2 veteran squads. We have the bikes in the back, and then your Black Templar captain on bike right in between everything. And then obviously waiting to strike from the skies, the Angels of Death themselves, the Black Templar in their drop pods. We have all 4 tactical marines in 2 separate drop pods, ready to show up whenever needed. And for my deployment, I have spawn in the middle, 2 rhinos. I have plasma guns and melta guns right there. I've got my Master of Possessions, my Dark Apostle, a Greater Possessed, a Chaos Spawn here, Greater Possessed. And then that's my middle focus. On the left side, we ended up getting the front line assault deployment style, so it's not quite Dawn of War, but it's like the elongated Dawn of War. We have a Rhino over here with a Plasma Squad in it, Greater Possessed near this rock, where this one objective is. And on my right flank, we have a Greater Possessed near that objective. Now for Crusade, I'll explain it. There's 6 objectives. The numbers don't matter. So I'll say the numbers out so I don't confuse anyone though. So 2, 3, 5, 1, 6, 4 over here. And they are pretty symmetrical. We have a triangle shape over here, triangle shape over here. And the way this mission works is at the beginning of every player turn, you score victory points equal to the amount of objectives you control starting from the second battle round. So the first turn, you don't really score anything. You have to get into position to then start scoring. And that's it. There's 6 objectives. You score every turn if you control them, but your opponent gets a chance to see how you set something up so they can try and deny you points on their turn by shooting things off or charging things off of objectives. We have First Strike, Slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker. Now, in this game, Josh deployed first. He's the attacker. Now, Josh, would you like to go first or go second, knowing that you're the... you get to choose if you want to go first, essentially.
Yeah, see, this is the tough thing, is that I think I'm just... Like, I'm playing a more aggressive list, I think, but I also really want to see what you do, so I will opt to go second.
You're going to opt to go second? All right, that is fair. So it is going to be turn 1 for the Word Bearers in this case. And again, get to the objectives, kill your opponent, make sure you hold those objectives, and that is all we have in this Crusade-style game. And before I go any further, if anyone's curious, I did forget to say what marks of chaos things have. I'm going to keep it simple. Everything's got the mark of Slanesh. Just because I have no imagination, mostly. And the locus of power on the Greater Possessed, they give anything with the mark of Slanesh Demon +1 attack. or sorry, +1 strength, so that'll help out the Dark Apostle here a little bit if they're nearby them, so there's a little bit more synergy in my list, and that way I can use Endless Cacophony if I need to on my Tactical Marines that do shoot guns. On my first turn of this game with these word bearers, the name of the game is to get to the objectives. I have no real means to be incredibly aggressive right away. I can pop out of the RHINO and take a couple of pot shots with the plasma gun, which I might do, but for the rest of my forces, we are going to be advancing and getting on top of objectives, and just generally hoping to not take too much damage on Josh's turn 1. So I'll show you where everything ends up moving. It's not going to be too exciting. I'll tell you what advance and all that good stuff as well. You know what, there's a couple things I have to do. I forgot about the prayers on the Dark Apostle. So I'll show you this one move I had planned on doing without advancing, just jumping into the trench on objective number 2. And then I disembarked these Chaos Space Marines. We're going to go ahead and go with the... Well, I guess the one prayer with +1 to hit is not really going to matter that much because I have no targets at the time of praying for it or chanting for it. So Warp Sight Plea will just go on the RHINO here on a 3 or more. The RHINO gets +1 to hit with his combi bolters. Ooh, we fail. That's fine. And then his other one will be the Omen of Potency on himself on a 3-up. He gets extra attacks and his weapons AP -4. He does get that off. Let me go ahead and continue moving these Marines. They're going to move towards the trench. So I finished the rest of my movement. Nothing really advanced other than my melee specialist guys. So they move forward 6, these Chaos Marines, towards objective number 3. But without advancing, I was not able to get in range of it as I am off by a little bit. So thinking about that, Josh brings up a good point. Why don't I just advance? Well, I will advance because I'm not going to get... If I got plasma guns I can shoot at rhinos and everything, I'm not going to be too concerned about a couple plasma gun shots, so I will advance in that extra 2. That's just going to get them a little bit closer to the trench. And I'm not too concerned about a couple plasma gun shots. I'm just going to go walk right up to the trench with a couple of these guys. And that should be it for their movement. And they'll get that objective now. I don't even know why I didn't even notice that. RHINO ends up moving here. He's actually ended up moving over a little bit more now that there's room, and then the characters are all going to do the same. They didn't have to advance, they just wanted to tuck into this little nook. Whereas that Chaos Spawn did advance to climb up the trench there. And over to my left flank with this Greater Possessed, followed that Chaos Spawn, they both advanced up towards the objective. You can kind of see it in there. There you go. RHINO advanced, drove right up over the trench a little bit, and then these guys over here advanced and just ended up in this position. We had the Greater Possessed on the objective, and the RHINO is also on the objective. The RHINO could have gone further, but I wanted him to stay on the objective as a secondary in case something unfortunate happens to this Great Possessed. And we're going to go on to the Psychic phase with my Master of Possessions over here, figure out what I want to do, and honestly, I got a couple combi bolter shots to finish off the turn. I will not be getting first strike, but I got into an okay position, I think. Psychic phase, we're going to start off with Cursed Earth on my Master of Possessions. This is Warp Charge value 7. It'll give all demons nearby +1 to their invulnerable save, which is pretty much, for anyone watching, only my Greater Possessed and my Dark Apostle are technically demons in this game. We get it with a 7. Now, Josh doesn't have any Psychers to deny the Witch with, but he does have Abhor the Witch as a stratagem. Would you like to use it here?
I will not be using it now.
Yeah, I didn't think so. There's not too much value in that. Now, he does know a lot of... Well, sorry, that was actually an 8 because I get +1 to manifest powers. But I'm not going to bother casting Sacrifice because there's nothing to heal. We're going to go with Infernal Power, which gives all demons within 6 inches rerolling hit rolls and wound rolls of 1 until my next Psychic phase. I get that with a 6 because I get +1. 6 is what I need. I assume you don't want to stop that one either. I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it. Smite.
Yeah, you can have it.
I'm not smiting because I don't have anything in range to smite. So... And by the way, I'm pretty sure I only get +1 to cast with the powers from the specific discipline. That does not increase Smite's casting value. So I can't get a better Smite on a 10 instead of 11. Never mind, that was useless information. That is not true. I just get +1 to cast any psychic power, but I know 1 additional psychic power from whatever discipline he can take powers from. And that is it for my psychic phase. So my demons, which are just these 2 models, get to reroll hit rolls and wound rolls of 1, and they get +1 to their invulnerable saving throw. He himself is not a demon, I don't believe. He's just a mortal. Well, he's still a Space Marine. And with that psychic phase finished, we have combi bolters. We are just going to fire combi bolters at that RHINO who's kind of jumping over the trench a little bit. We're not rapid firing. We get 1 hit because we don't have the +1 to hit for Warp Sight Plea. We don't wound, and our turn is finished. We do not score first strike. Obviously don't get line breaker. And for objectives, well, those will start coming in on the second battle round. We're going to go on to Black Templar turn 1 now, though.
Alright, so for my movement, I did not show up to this game to drive around in my shiny metal boxes. I'm getting out, and I'm going to go hit you in the face with chainswords.
Right, so you say you're going to disembark both of those and then rush towards me? Alright, so that is a yes. That's a big old yes, right?
It's a big old yes.
Alright, well, we've already pre-measured. They're going to end up danger close, and I already knew this. Even if I didn't advance forward to the objective, I knew this. But I'm here to fight too. Kind of. So let's just get to the action right away. I'll show you where they both end up after they disembark and rush towards me. These ones here are going to be close. These ones here from that run are going to be a little bit further away.
And here we go. Out of the metal boxes and ready to get some charges going pretty soon.
We got the Emperor's Champion leading from the front over here, as well as his veteran companions, and then both the veteran squads over here separated down the middle, just so you have an equal chance of getting champions in. That's it for their movement. What would you like to move next?
I think we're going to go ahead and we are going to take the RHINO without the arrow on top, and it is going to advance.
It's going to go ahead and advance an extra 3, so it's going to go 15 inches. Is it going...
Extra more on top of that, I think, because I'm pretty sure my Warlord trait helps with that.
Oh, that's right. So any Black Templar unit near your Warlord, I can't remember what the Warlord trait's called, but you get +1 to advance in charge rules. That's right, frontline commander, yeah. So +1 to that, making it a 16-inch move. And I assume we're just going to go in this direction?
We're going to skirt the back of the board. I basically want to be able to jump on that objective eventually.
Oh, that one over there?
6 there.
Ah, gotcha, so we're going to go that away.
And that.
And that's where the RHINO ends up. It's going to go up, around, and drive behind that bunker there, make its way to objective number 6 for later in the game. And then that leaves the bikes and the captain. Plans?
The bikes are going to follow up behind that RHINO and get themselves to be able to put some shots into that spawn in the trench next to the RHINO.
They're going to drive up that way and shoot over here.
Captain moving himself up, not advancing, just trying to get into a position where he is able to give out that nice little aura bonus to everybody when they go ahead and charge, and then the bikes are skirting the back of the board with the other RHINO. Just trying to kind of run some interference there.
And single file. And they're all in range to be able to shoot at this Chaos spawn as well. And they're bikes, so they always rapid fire. We're in the Devastator Doctrine right now, though. But that's it for movement. These guys, we have drop pods if they want to show up. Do they want
that one last RHINO, which is going to go ahead and move up over the trench and hold that objective for me.
Just want to go like right there-ish. Somewhere.
Just on the other side of the squad.
Oh, you want to go like over here.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, gotcha.
Beautiful.
He's got 12-inch move, it's more than enough. And he's in rapid fire range of these guys already. Now, is it drop pod time or are you going to hold off a little bit?
Let me do some looking here and we'll figure it out.
Alright, this is where Josh wants the drop pod set up. Very aggressive maneuvers on my right flank. He's forgoing the left flank for now. I mean, he's got stuff driving there later in the game. But we're going to beat up this Greater Possessed, it looks like. Something beautiful about 20 Marines showing up, right?
Yeah, there's something hilarious in my mind about 20 Marines showing up just to hit that one guy.
I'm going to hope his toughness 5 and the cover help Mo quite a bit here, but he's got 20 guys all rapid firing. He got 2 Stormbolters also able to rapid fire into him. Now, we're going to we put the drop pods down, we put the doors down, but we're declaring doors up for 2 reasons. Doors down are really restrictive on where you could put your own model. It's great for denying, though. And you can grab further away objectives with that while getting your units into a good position. But with doors up, you can finesse your drop pods a little bit better. So we're only putting the doors down because it looks cool. And technically with doors down, you're not allowed to do stuff like this by putting models on top of the doors because you're not allowed to stack models on top of models. But for all intents and purposes, the doors aren't down right now. They're not even there. They don't exist. They just look cool. And we're using the main part, the main body of the drop pod as the more than 9 away sort of thing. And then they disembark after they come out of the drop pod, more than 9 away from my Greater Possessed. That's it for movement. No psychic phase because they're the Black Templar and we're ready to start shooting. But do you know where you want to start, Josh?
So let's start with the boring part. Let's go to the bikes in the back.
The bikes in the back. So these bikes all over here, from what I recall, you wanted to shoot at my spawn.
That's right, let's get them.
Alright, that should be 16 shots because they're all combi bolters. No, they're not combi bolters, but they're twin bolt guns, that's it, yeah. 16 bolt gun shots hitting on 3s, no rerolling though, no support nearby. That is going to be
Murder.
4 misses. That is not bad. That's 25% chance to miss. Toughness 5 on my Chaos Spawn, so Josh is looking for 5s to wound here. He's going to have 3, 4 wounding hits.
Okay, not bad.
French will provide some cover. I believe I go to a 4-up save. Well, I hope so, because I'm going to go double check that. Otherwise, I'm dead. So you do have a 5-up save. He will make 2 of those saves, go down to 2 wounds remaining. Survive barely.
Alright, not bad. Let's move over to the drop pod, shooting at that Greater Possessed.
You just want to pair both of them together because one single one can't kill them.
Oh, let's just get him.
Hitting all on 3s with those Storm Bolters. It's only 3 misses. It's not bad. And again, we're throwing both of them together because they can't feasibly kill them on their own. 5s to wound. My Greater Possessed, he is T5, and my toughness does help me quite a bit. Well, only once.
That's okay. Not really relying on the Storm Bolters because that's what the 20 Marines are for. So they're starting with the squad farthest away from everybody else, the closest to Luka and the camera there. They're going to light them up.
It's going to be 10 shots because they are rapid firing. They are close enough. 3s! It's not bad. Only 3 misses. 5s to wound. That's 2 wounding hits. I am in cover, so I'm going to have a 2-up save.
I dare you.
Yeah, we're okay. We're just fine.
You know what? Don't even care you made your saves. I'm going to do 3 more times. Show me those 3s to head. Get him.
Oh, it's actually...
Good.
It's worse luck if you say it over me saying it. It's like the dice know. The dice know. Oh, thank you. Look at that. What, 5s to wound? Oh no, we got a wound. 2 up. We're good. Super safe.
This will be the time I cause a wound. 3s. Get him.
Okay.
Get him. See, they're angry.
Look at that. 2 misses there. And was that 5s to wound?
We get 3 wounds now.
We're gonna get 2. You know, a little ambitious. We just want to roll the second volley of the next guys. Do you want, or do you want me to do these saves here?
The saves.
Saves. All right. Fine. Your funeral, my man. Look at that. We're perfectly fine. Now we're just gonna have 10 more useless bullets.
One more time.
One more time?
Again.
Just one more?
Angry again.
Alright, look at that. 3s to hit. This is the 4th and final volley of bolt guns into my dudes. They all hit on 3s. And,
we're gonna get 2 wounds, you're gonna fail 1.
Woo! 3 wounds. You know what? Now, okay. We're getting near the area where I should statistically start failing one of these. So for dramatic effect, wha-bam, wha-bam. Oh! And then wha-bam. We do take a damage. I have 4 remaining wounds on that Greater Possessed. There you go. 4 left. Bam. I'm waiting for the charge. I'm ready and waiting. He's gonna tango. And he's been taking dancing lessons for years. 4 years.
Okay, so we're gonna have the Emperor's Champion, and I'm just gonna lump the Emperor's Champion in with this veteran squad here, shooting pistols at the Chaos Marines right ahead of me.
Yeah, he's got a bolt pistol and the same BS, so there's no point in separating them. 3s to hit, but the captain's right there, so you get to reroll these ones. You know.
Better.
Oh, I guess, is he technically a marshal? Is that the rank that the Black Templars use? I don't actually know.
I think that's the rank that they use, yeah.
Alright, so we'll say he's a marshal from now on to keep the Black Templar people happy, because I know there's a good amount of them out there. All 13 of you. We're going to be wounding on...
That's 13 people, though.
That's right. You know what? That's a lot of people. 4s to wound. We got 1 wounding hit, you know. That's not bad. It's something. Better than nothing. I'm not in cover because not all the units within an inch of the train there. So because of that, I do lose a Marine. We're going to pull... you, I suppose, for now.
Time for the Marshal to do some shooting. He's got the twin bolt gun and a storm bolter, so let's just go ahead and put them all, those Marines.
That's fair. It's 8 shots. It's pretty scary.
Show me those 2s to hit, rerolling 1s.
They all hit.
Oh, what a marksman. What a champ. 4s to wound.
That's pretty good. No AP because we're not in the tactical doctrine yet. That's 3 fails. And these are 3-up saves. Ugh. I don't know, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I 2 are dead. I could have pulled them a little bit better, so I would have benefited a little bit more from cover, but not quite there.
Alright, a little embarrassing for the Chaos Marines here, so you know what? I'm going to try to take it easy on that squad. They're feeling bad enough. All the rest of the veterans are going to shoot their bolt pistols, bolt pistols at that RHINO.
And they're hitting on 3s. No re-rolling, because there's no 1s. And 5s to hurt the RHINO. Look at that, 2. And I got saves, which I will fail 1. Hey, RHINO's down to 9. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. So 9 remaining wounds on this RHINO here. You know what? Maybe I'll remember the RHINO repair rule. That's it for their shooting. We still have this RHINO who can fire, though.
To prove my RHINO superiority, I'm going to shoot at your RHINO.
Okay, well I mean, if you shoot at them, you'll have rapid fire. Ooh.
I mean, there's that. Actually, you might. No, I'm shooting at your RHINO. I'm going to take another wound off him.
All right, RHINO superiority it is then. 3s to hit. The captain is nearby within 6, so he gets to reroll that, which is still a 1. And then a 5.
That's okay.
That's, well, I'll shoot at you next turn with my RHINO to show my RHINO superiority. A RHINO on RHINO action, my man. It's the best. That's the best form of Warhammer 40k.
Alrighty, time to do some charges. We're going to start off with the tactical squad closest to Luka there, and they're declaring a charge against that lesser possessed or whatever he's called.
It's Galvorbeck. It's the Dark Brethren, the First Sons. You know, the
Snowy Boy.
Those chosen of Logar. 0 Overwatch from my Greater Possessed. That is going to be, you're more than 9 inches away, and you can get near the obstacle. You don't have to go into the trench to charge with these guys, so it's just a 9-inch charge. They effectively have Here We Go, where they get to reroll 1 or both of the dice. So we're gonna... Nice.
Oh.
Thank you, dice.
Let's reroll both then.
Yeah, that's a good call. Oof. Okay, well, that's fine. That's what you have 4 squads for, right?
It's true.
So squad number 2?
Next squad, get him.
Get him. So they're going to roll an 8. That would fail.
Roll that 2 for me.
So we are looking for not bad.
Oof.
Okay. Are we thinking
proper.
3rd squad? You know?
3rd squad, get him.
What if they fail? Are you going to try with the 4th squad?
Oh, you know what? Get 2 new dice, Luka.
Are you sure? Are you superstitious?
Yeah, I'm not feeling these dice. You're giving me your improper dice.
I'm going to put them right there for later, and we can go and grab them. And then if these ones fail, I'll go ahead and roll those ones afterwards. So these, oh wow, good call, that's an 11.
See?
Look at that. Okay, perfect. So that was that squad. I'll go ahead and move them in now.
Okay, boys, get angry. Roll a 9.
Bam.
Punch him.
Oof. Okay, well, you know what? We're dealing with half the Marines here. Now, these guys don't have to go into the trench. 9 is enough to get them right there. And then we're going to try our best to keep them... Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard to differentiate the squads. Should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, my man. There we go.
Alrighty, so I think his doom is sealed, so let's move over to some charges up here. So the veteran squad closest to that chaos spawn is going to charge the chaos spawn.
Oh, okay, well I definitely have no Overwatch for him. It's not going to be that hard of a charge. They're going to have to go up, but it's only an inch to go up on that side. It's 2 inches to go up on this side, so probably like a 5 or a 6. Okay, we're definitely not a 3.
Oh, okay, we're going to re-roll that 1.
Oh, we're going to keep the 2?
Re-roll them both. Yeah, re-roll them both.
Alright, re-roll them both. Okay, there you go, 9, easy.
Yep.
That's where they end up there. Who's next?
Alrighty, next up, we're going to do the next squad down the line, just declaring a charge against the... just against the Marines.
Well, these guys do have Overwatch. Am I going to supercharge the plasma guns? No. We're just going to rapid fire the plasma guns as normal. 6 is to hit. They all miss. Sad. And then the rest will be bolt guns. 6 is to hit with the assorted bolt weaponry. They all miss. No rerolling. And the charge range, they're going to go 4? I think that's good enough, but I'll double check. Actually, yeah, Josh just pointed out they get +1 with frontline commander, so that a 5 is probably in. But I mean, we can always just want to reroll the 1 because it doesn't really matter. Haha, there you go. There you go. 8, total of 8.
Good job, boys. Moving down the line, let's go ahead and have the Emperor's Champion declare the charge next.
That's right, I forgot he's separate. He's going to go ahead and roll up a... That's a 6, I believe. Yeah, that's a 6. It's a little cock, but it's fine. That's an 11, technically. Does he want to like overextend greatly, or does he just want to go into a nice safe area?
You know what? He's gonna overextend greatly.
So he's gonna go up and around this direction and end up somewhere around here?
Yeah, I want him in between the plasma gun and the bolt gun, ideally, at the back there.
Okay, oh, right here, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's where he's gonna end up, and then we have one more squad of veterans charging in. I assume this is their target?
Our boys, declare the charge, get them.
And they're gonna go 5, 6 in total. Josh says he wants to reroll 1, might as well, right? No harm. That's a total of 7-inch charge.
It's good.
Ending there, getting within an inch, because the trench separation there is a little wonky, but it works. That's those 5 there. That's it for their charge. Is that it for charges in general?
More than likely, because I don't think the captain can he shoot in through the gap in between the...
Oh, over here?
on. Yeah, can he fit there? Let's roll his charge and just see what happens.
That's fair. So he's going to roll a 9 in total because of his Warlord trait. I'm going to go double check to see if that would get him in range.
All right, long bomb charge. He could make it technically with a roll of 11, so I'm just going to re-roll the 3, fishing for a 6.
That's a 4. So
That's okay.
He does fail. Does not quite make it in, but you got a lot of stuff in already. And that's it for charging. Wow. Is there any stratagems you want to use, or do you know what you want to go with first here?
I don't think there's any stratagems I want to use quite yet. We're going to go with the veteran squad, or sorry, the tactical squad closest to you there.
And see if you take him down first. Fair.
Yeah, let's get him.
Fair. Well, they're going to get a bunch of attacks because they charged. The sergeant gets 4, the other guys get 2, so that's going to be 12 attacks from the unit. Having to pile in a little bit to get them all in range to attack. The sergeant's got 4, the rest of the guys have 2, like I said, so 8 attacks, hitting on 3s. Now, they don't get their doctrine rule yet because it's not the assault doctrine. Not that, we got 1/6, so what their doctrine rule is, if anyone's not familiar with it, every 6 to hit is an automatic wounding hit. It's not like an extra one, but you don't have to roll the wound, it wounds in general.
Yeah, every unmodified 6 to
unmodified
hit.
6.
No wounds.
As long as it's not a vehicle, I think, is the stipulation.
I think so, yeah.
And now these are going to be wounding on 5s because I'm a tough boy. That's going to be 3 wounding hits. Now, I don't get cover in the combat phase, the fight phase here, so I go to my 3 up. And I'm going to take 2 wounds. I go down to 2 remaining wounds on him. Interesting.
There, buddy.
Well, it's a little awkward, I won't lie. And that makes me kind of feel like interrupting with him to keep so I can fight over there. I'm gonna take a second here to consider this. You know what? I'm gonna gamble a little bit. I'm not going to interrupt over here. I'm gonna see if I can survive their wave of attack. Because I should, but I might not. So, I also have Hexagrammatic Ward. It works on word bearer characters, which he is a character, which lets me auto pass 1 save. I'm not going to use it on this one because there's no reason to, but I might need it for later on. Now, because I'm not interrupting with him doesn't mean I won't be interrupting with these guys over here, which I think I really want to do, only because of the Power Fist. You know what, I'm not going to bother interrupting over here either. I'm just going to let you go ahead all willy-nilly with these. I'm going to save my command points for later in the game because I'm convinced he'll survive, and their close combat potential right now, not the greatest. You know what, I will interrupt. I'm going to interrupt, locked in, boom, spending 2 command points, I'm down to 5. They're going to go ahead and fight. They're going to pile in, and this is how I'm going to split my attacks. We're going to attack this veteran squad and the Emperor's Champion. So all of these are going to attack that veteran squad. And then these 2 are going to attack the champion because they kind of have to. Because you charge me, I get an extra attack. But that's about it. I'm going to start with the Power Fist, attacking those veterans, then I'll do all the rest of their regular attacks afterwards. They're piddly 2 attacks at Strength 4 with no AP. So 3 attacks with the champion and his Power Fist on 4s. Yikes! That's what I get for thinking about stuff. That feels bad. And then we have these guys, all of their attacks into them. That's going to be 8 attacks because I have Hateful Assault as well as your Shock Assault there. So I hit on 3s here, and we have 1 death to the False Emperor, so that's 1 potential extra hit, which doesn't help here. And I got no re-rolling 1s. They're not demons. I have no Chaos Lord nearby. 4s to wound. Okay, we got 4 wounding hits. That's something. Now they have a 3-up save. I kill 2 of them. All right.
Okay.
I assume you just want guy from the back.
Regular boys, yeah.
Right, guy from the back, both go down. Not so bad. And then I got 2 attacks in the Emperor's Champion. I'm -1 to hit him because of skillful parry, so I only hit him on 4s. He's just very keen at close combat. You know, he knows what's up. It's going to be 4 attacks against him, which means I don't get the Death of the False Emperor either because these are technically 5s, and Death of the False Emperor doesn't work on unmodified 6s. It works on hit rolls of 6. So thank you, Josh, for that.
Wrong, you guy.
Hitting him 4 times isn't that bad, though. He's only toughness 4. He technically only has 4 wounds, so I could have one-shot him there, though he does have a 2-up save. Only the 1 wound. And can I get through his Artificer armor? I do not. So he is perfectly fine. In fact, with those 2 command points, I killed the 2 veterans. I don't feel good. Let me tell you that. So with them out of the way, where would you like to attack next?
Let's go back into the tactical squad and just kind of keep it rolling.
Yeah, I'm going to attack my Greater Possessed over here. Understood. Piling in like that, those 2 guys are within an inch, everyone else is within an inch of them, so that's going to be 12 attacks, 12 more attacks from the entire squad.
Looking for those 3s to hit?
I don't think any re-rolling, and nothing other than fancy, so just straight up hit rolls here. Not bad.
I'm not happy with that.
I am.
5 to wound.
5 to wound there. 2 wounds. That's enough to kill him. I have a 3 up save.
Use.
Oh, he's okay.
Oh.
He's perfectly fine. Don't have to use Hexagrammatic Ward. That's it for them. Yeah, you might as well go with the rest. We have these guys there and all of this hot mess as well.
Let's do the veterans up top against that Chaos Spawn.
Alright, did you want to pile them at all? Pile them in at all? They're already attacking where they are. I mean, this guy could, like... No, not really.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're good where they're at.
Alright, do you want to start with the Power Fist?
Start with the Power Fist. Power Fist time. So I got 4 attacks here with the Sarge, hitting you on 4s.
I wish my Power Fist rolled like that. I think you wound me on 3s. Yeah, you're only strength 4, correct? Yeah, you don't have Hellbreaker or anything nearby. Yeah. So, I have no save against that. All 3 of those wound. I only have 4 wounds, so I need you to roll 1 on all 3 of these and fail to wound with the rest of the chainswords coming my way. How's that sound?
I'll do that for you. Let's do it. I believe.
So I'm dead. I failed on the initial one. 2, 3, 4. But it's actually going to be 6 damage? Yeah, 6 damage. Oh, yeah. So that is actually first strike for the Black Templar. That's a victory point for Josh. Would you like to consolidate up to the rampart? Or are you happy up there?
I don't want you swinging at me, so no, they can hang out where they're at.
Okay.
Move right down the line to the squad of 3 veterans that are left there.
And then we're going to do the same thing, pretty much 4 attacks with the Power Fist into my Chaos Space Marines. They hit on 4s, both hit, no rerolling, and 1 wounding hit, which I'll have a 6 up save against, which I fail. So he crushes 1, and then we have 2 guys with chainswords, which will be 6 attacks between the 2 of them. 8 attacks, because I didn't account for the chainswords. So 2 base, chainsword for 3, shock assault for 4. A piece! Not bad. No ones, and only 1 miss.
Oh.
And they're wounding on 4s. 1. And I make my save. So they only crush 1 guy, they completely kill the spawn. It's the power of the Power Fist. Man, I wish my Power Fist hit. Okay, that's it for them. We have the champion and that veteran squad over there.
Do the other veteran squad then.
The paladin, all to be able to attack. That guy's within an inch of him, and that guy's within an inch of him. So they're all good in their own way. You have to give a little bit of leniency with the trenches, but we're going to start with the Power Fist yet again, and that's what, 4 attacks? Stupid veterans. They're pretty expensive, so I'll feel good when I kill them. Hit it on 4s. 1 miss.
Boy. 2s to wound.
1 fail, and I owe you a 6 up save. I make 1 fail 1. So that's going to kill you off.
And everybody else swinging chain swords, 4 attacks each, so another 16 swings coming in, hitting on 3s.
They should be able to reroll once because of that captain. Let me double check that. A few 1s here. I tried to make so that guy could attack and be within an inch of the captain there. So rerolling these. They're all good. Oh boy. Okay, well that's obviously a fail.
4s to wound now.
Yikes! These poor Chaos Space Marines. Here we go. 3 up save. I'm losing 4 more of them. Yeah, that's not ideal. That leaves me with the champion left. But you know, taking a leadership check where you automatically fail is kind of just sucks. Yeah, I'm not going to be too concerned with that. I'll leave these guys be, let them all die, and leave my champion left. And that will make it so you have your Emperor's champion left. He should be able to pile in and swing still if he so chooses, or you want to keep him there and let my guy run away. I could spend 2 command points to keep him around though.
Let's finish him off. I want these guys dead.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's gonna suck for these traitors.
Right, Emperor's champion, of course he's not going to hold back. He's going to go in with the black sword and cut me down.
Alright, so not quite a character, but you know, it's a good way to get started. Let's kill off one of these champions, or whatever they call themselves. 6 attacks hitting on 2s.
No re-rolling, but you know, we got 4 hits still. And strength 6 with this sword. So 3
on 3.
That's 2 wounds at -3. I need to double 6 this, because I only got 1 wound. Actually, I almost make it, but I do fail 1. He gets cut down by the sword. Now, would you like to consolidate with him? Or do you happy with where he is?
There is some legitimate concern about getting shot up by that other squad that's going to jump out of the RHINO there. Jeez. Jeez, man. You know what? No, wait a minute here. Let's figure this out. Yeah, looking at my options here, moving up a little bit more is not going to make a difference, and I don't really want to lose him to something silly. So he's going to hang out where he's at right now.
Right. Well, you could tie up the like the thing is we were discussing you tie up the Rhino and stop it from shooting its combi bolter, but then you can just always back up and make way for the smite and the sacrifice on him. Now, if you keep him there, if I want to go smite and sacrifice him, I have to go with my psyker up to him instead of the other way around. So kind of pulling me in if I really wanted to. Other than that, though, that is it for that close combat there. All of your charges are done. I get to fight back with my Greater Possessed, and I'm gonna strike. I'll probably end up striking at that squad there because he's got a lot of waves of Black Templar to deal with. I got 6 attacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna riposte on this.
You use the riposte on this one? Ooh, smart. Okay, so there's the stratagem the Black Templar have access to for 1 command point. Anytime Josh makes an unmodified save roll of 6, I suffer a mortal wound right back. That could be a good way to work away at killing him. In fact, if you roll a couple 6s, I'm dead. So here's hoping that doesn't happen. I hit you on 2s because I'm a Greater Possessed. I have a couple misses. And I had the extra attack for Shock Assault or Hateful Assault. And I wound on 3s because I'm Strength 6. Okay, so we have 3 wounding hits. These go -2 through your armor, so you're at a 5-up save. They're D3 damage each, so it doesn't really matter there.
6s here.
So if you roll a couple 6s here, I'm dead. You roll 1 6, and you actually make a save as well. So I actually only kill 1 guy. So I take a mortal
wound for doing it. That's what you get, your chaos fill.
Which one do you want to die? One of these two, or
you know what? The one with the double studded shoulders.
I was actually attacking up here. My bad. This is the squad I was attacking at.
Wow.
Sorry.
You know what? The guy that didn't want his helmet on, he knows better. So.
Well, I expected a little bit more out of you, buddy. That's it for his attacks. That's it for fight phase in general. That's it for the first battle round in general. On to morale. You killed my unit that was going to run away. And you don't have to take any yourself because you lost like 2 models there, 1 model over here. Not quite enough for forcing morale checks. In fact, you got 5-man squads, so they typically don't end up running away anyways. Starting my turn as the word bearers in turn 2 here, Josh made some good moves to get on these 3 objectives on this side, making it not so much a Dawn of War, but like hitting me in a hammer and anvil style, which is the power of the drop odds. They can do stuff like that. Now, for myself, I'm holding 2 objectives, number 4, and whichever number that is underneath the spawn. So that's going to give me 2 victory points at the start of my turn on Crusade. And I have to, like, in a perfect world, I would get Josh off both of these objectives to try and make it so I keep the game tight because he has first strike, but he's gaining a little bit of a lead right now. So I do have to worry about focusing on this. Over here, there's just so many bodies. I'll worry about that later. Like, much later. So new battle round, so I have to pray for my prayers. He's going to do potency on himself. He gets it, so that's the extra attacks and extra AP. And then he's going to go with... Well, I don't have my plasma squad nearby, so +1 to hit doesn't really matter. In fact, my other plasma squad's very far away. So Warp Sight Plea is going to go on... I guess we'll just say the RHINO. And it works, so the RHINO's got +1 to hit. First thing I'm going to move on my turn is this RHINO. I've already measured. We're not going to disembark either. We're just going to go 12 inches up to objective number 6. And this Greater Possessed is going to come into the trenches near the spawn. The spawn's going to stay still. This RHINO here is going to advance an extra 3. We're going to go directly this way to support this flank desperately. So with a 15-inch move, we're going to get to there. And then unfortunately for this Greater Possessed, I do need you on the objective, so we're going to just move you to behind some cover there and stay within 3 of the objective. So we're going to have this RHINO just move to there. And then we're going to open this up for these guys. The Master Possessions and my Apostle are going to get stuck in. So my Master Possessions is going to move to there, staying outside of an inch because I have to. And then the Dark Apostle is going to do the same. It's going to end up about there, staying outside of an inch. Whereas my Greater Possessed is going to move to there. He's going to probably go up. So we're going to start off with Cursed Earth. This is the 7 to cast, +1 to invulnerable saves for demons nearby, which will again only affect those 2 models. Aha! Well, we got it with an 11. So it's going to give all that's going to affect is that'll give him a 3-up invulnerable save, and it'll give my Greater Possessed a 4-up invulnerable save.
Now, what are your other powers we got here? We got a smite and what else?
So I could make it so my demons reroll hit and wound rolls of 1. I could smite, or I could sacrifice, dealing a mortal wound to any model I want within 2, which could be the Emperor's Champion, and then heal a demon within 18 inches D3 wounds. So I could...
You know what?
I could try and do a wound to him.
Or the Witch on this one.
You're going to bore the Witch on this one? So this is the 1 CP strat that you deny powers on a 4-up?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So it's going to put you down 6. Do you want me to roll in any particular way? Just roll the die, see what happens. I hope you fail.
Roll 4 up. That's what I want you to do.
Oh, you want me to roll 4 up? Alright, well, then I select this die to roll a 4 up with, my man. Dang it. Okay, so no Cursed Earth. But no more Abhor the Witch either, so there's that. For this phase, of course. The other power, I could smite, I could sacrifice. I really do want to heal him. I want to keep him going for as long as I can, so I think I am going to attempt a sacrifice. I could give them rerolling hit rolls and wound rolls of 1, but it might not be that. Oh, you know what? I'm a fool. I could have done the prayer for. I forgot they always have access to the rerolling hit rolls prayer. I'll remember that for next time. The RHINO here is +1 to hit still. So we're gonna go ahead and try a sacrifice. We got it with an 8. So I'm gonna choose to do a mortal wound to the Emperor's Champion, which of course you ignore on a 5-up being Black Templar.
Yes.
You don't. You take 1 wound. You're down to 3. And then that means I get to choose a demon within 18 inches and heal them D3. And I'm going to choose that Greater Possessed. And he's going to heal 2, bringing him back up to 3 wounds. We're going to make this a struggle, okay? we're gonna make it worth our while. We're going to keep this fight going.
Sure, man. Yeah.
And that's it for the Psyche phase. I've done my 2 powers. I'm going to go ahead and shoot guns somewhere. I don't know where. You can't shoot guns. You could. You're not shooting guns. You have no real good line of sight on anything. That's that RHINO over there. They're not shooting guns, so pretty much just these little minor. We're actually kind of both close combat armies, and I have just a little bit of psychic powers. I say that, of course, because most of my guns are still hiding in RHINOs for the second turn. There's no reason for them to come out yet. This RHINO here is going to shoot its combi bolters into the veteran squad in the back. It's going to be 4 shots, hitting on 2s because of Warp Sight Plea. Thank you, Warp Sight Plea. Let's see if it matters. I wound you twice, and there's no point doing them one at a time because the sergeant and all that, they won't be in cover because they're closest. And
yeah, that's fine.
And you're fine. Double 5.
You're gonna make it anyways.
Yeah. So I didn't do much for that. What a surprise. I'm gonna have both of them put their bolt pistols. Actually, I might do double crack grenade into that back veteran squad there. Yeah, we'll do double crack grenade. Bam, bam. It 1 hits. They both hit on 3s, and does not wound on a 2 either. So their shooting is done. In fact, that's pretty much it for all my shooting. It's charge time. We're gonna go ahead and charge. Oh gosh, this RHINO into those Black Templar there and these ones over here for no particular reason on them, just because I might end up getting within an inch of them, so I don't want to if I could avoid it. And they get to overwatch my RHINO. Would you like to throw a grenade, a crack grenade?
I will throw a crack grenade and then overwatch the bolt pistols.
So 1 crack, it misses, and then the bolt pistols, 1 hit. No wound. And then I'm going to charge 12. Nice. Good job, buddy. Oh, you know what? I forgot to RHINO repair on a 6. I did not. I'm going to end up there with the RHINO, and then we're going to have... should have moved him a little bit more over this way, but I think we're okay. We're going to have the Master of Possessions charge just that squad of veterans and the Emperor's Champion here. The Emperor's Champion would like to throw a crack grenade, I assume.
Yes.
So he's going to hit. He's not going to wound, though. Would you like to re-roll that?
What's the wound on 3?
He does wound on a 3. And it's -1 D3 damage.
You do that?
I don't know. So I thought you asked if it was worth it to re-roll. It's AP 1 on a crack grenade, putting him to a 4-up save.
You know what? Just for fun, I'll command point re-roll that.
And that does work. Okay, so I owe you a save, which I pass.
Oh.
And then I'm going to go ahead and charge 7 inches. With that, I'm going to go ahead and charge. We're going to try and stay an inch away from that Emperor's Champion there. And then we're going to go ahead and charge with the Dark Apostle into the veterans as well. And we're going to have it so we charge the champion as well. We're going to leave that 3-man squad alone. Yeah, so we get to do another crack grenade, I assume.
Let's do it.
And that is going to miss. And then I'm going to charge 4 inches, I didn't declare them as a charge target, so with that 4-inch charge, we're going to end up about here. And we're going to go a little bit further out, actually. There we go. And now, my Greater Possessed is going to declare a charge against the Emperor's Champion and that 3-man veteran squad there.
You're not going to get the birds up top?
No, because I do have to kill the guys off the objective a little bit more. But I really want to go beat up the guys up top. But they got a Power Fist up there, and that's scary. But I think I want to stick near the rest of my heroes as well. So we're gonna go for those 3 over there. I assume you want to throw a crack grenade and 2 bolt pistols?
Yes, sir.
Crack grenade should be, I'll roll, and if you roll a 6 to hit, then we'll check the range, but it should have been in range. And they both failed to hit, and I'm gonna charge 9 inches. Very nice. We're gonna stay an inch away from the Emperor's Champion, but engage the other squad there. And, well, that should be it for charges. I'm gonna go with the Dark Apostle first, and I am going to pile into there, getting them within an inch. I did declare them as a charge target. He's actually gonna put his attacks into them though, because he's got so many extra attacks right now from his Dark Potency. He's gonna have an extra one for charging, and he's gonna have an extra one for his Warlord trait. He's gonna have an extra 3 for the prayer he got off for himself. 8 attacks into them, so he's got 3 base, and he gets +5 through all the modifiers currently.
I'm thinking this is the most efficient time to do the Vicious Riposte.
I don't think, I definitely don't have anything else throwing 8 attacks this combat phase, so okay, that makes sense. So 1 command point again. This is an interesting one because typically you wouldn't actually roll the saves on them, you just take them off the table. But in this case, Josh is going to be rolling saves because every 6 I take a mortal wound back. So I hit on 2s because I am a Dark Apostle. We have all but 1, or so they all hit, and we have a Death to the False Emperor. We have, well, that doesn't keep training. We have 9 hits, and he's wound on 3s because of the strength bonuses. And we have 7 wounding hits. Now, again, AP 4 because of the prayer, but they're all dead. But anytime Josh rolls a 6 here on a save, I take a mortal wound back. Ooh.
No.
I'm okay. They all get cut down. I take 0 damage. And feeling not so bad about that. At least denying that many power fist attacks makes me happy.
Okay, we're gonna do a little we're gonna interrupt, and he's gonna pile in. He's gonna pile in close enough that he can get some swings against Mr. Silly Pants there.
Yeah, pretty much Erebus, right? The Master Possession.
Yeah, I'm gonna go base to base with him. I don't want him going anywhere.
Boop boop.
All right, grand total of 7 attacks here for being close to characters and the first round of combat. So let's swing in, hitting on 2s.
No re-rolling, but no need for it. Oh, sorry, there's re-rolling. You're attacking a character. That's right. And then wounding on 3s because he's strength 7 currently, oddly enough. He's strength +2 with sword and +1 because of his ability. And you get to re-roll here as well.
Yep, so let's re-roll that one fail. Beautiful.
I only have a 5-up ward save, invulnerable save. So these are 5-up invulnerable saves because of he's got the rule called Demonkin. So these are D3 damage each, if I recall.
Yeah.
So he's dead on these. Oh man, he's actually pretty important to my cause here. I can't afford to lose him. I need him to sustain my characters. He's the one who keeps them going. So I could Hexagrammatic Ward one of these, and I could try to reroll one of these. That's 2 command points. So even if I command point one of these and Hexagrammatic Ward one of these 2 going through are still going to be very deadly. On average, D3 damage each. I only have 4 wounds. But he's so... then I have to deal with your turn as well. I was going to say he's so important for my plan, but then he could kill you right back with his Force Staff. So I'm going to try and command point reroll one of these and see. And then if I get that, then I'll Hexagrammatic Ward. And we'll see what nonsense comes out of that. So the reroll helps. Okay. And then I'm going to blow another command point on Hexagrammatic Ward. So I automatically pass that, which is a once per character per game ability. So that's 2 command points and then 2 D3 damage, which Josh, of course, still has a reroll. He just needs 2 3-ups.
Let's see what we get.
For dramatic.
Only potato salad.
You want both at the same time? Or one at a time? What do you want? Doesn't matter?
At the same time. Let's do this.
Okay, he's dead. Because you got the, that's 4 damage. Womp womp. 2 command points down the drain, and the Emperor's Champion does what he does best at killing characters. Then Josh wants to consolidate over here.
Nothing personal.
He's going to put us both down to 3 command points apiece for shenanigans there. Then I'm going to go ahead and resolve his charge attack into the veteran company there. I have 6 attacks because I charged. I would love to kill all of them. So they all hit, and I have 1 Death to the False Emperor, which does hit as well. Strength 6, 3s to wound. Okay, I got 4 wounding hits, and you have 5-up saves against that. I'm going to command point one of those. I do. Okay, so I got 5 wounding hits. What am I talking about? I'm already command pointed. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to do that. So 4 saves on you. All right, you ready? 5 ups. -2.
5 up.
Oh, they're all dead. Nice. Not even a fight. Not even a fight. I'm not going to bother consolidating because happy where he is. My non-charge elect, I only got the one. This Greater Possessed attacking into that tactical Marine squad there. 5 attacks because no charges were done. 2s to hit with 1 death to the False Emperor. That's 6 hits and 3s to wound. Nice, 5 wounding hits. That's a lot of 6s. They don't do anything though. So it's a 5 up save on them. Oh wow, these guys are freaking Oh, I can't kill them. All right, so 2 die. Obviously not the Power Fist.
Yeah, let's just pull the 2 that are farthest away from him.
There we go. Sorry, not the Power Fist, but the Chainsword. So keep those 2 going. And then Josh gets to retaliate with all of them. Which one do you want to fight with first?
I'll just do the smaller squad, get out of the way. 4 attacks here, hitting on 3s. Get them, angry boys. Ooh. For 5 wound.
And nothing.
Oof.
That's right, I forgot my RHINO charge. I was going to do that later on. I don't know why I didn't do it now. He did... Did he declare the Emperor? I don't even think I declared the Emperor's Champion. I can't remember if I declared the Emperor's Champion as a charge target. He was over here.
Did with him?
I didn't, so I'm going to pile into him. I'm going to pile in like that. And I can't get them within an inch and get... I have to stay closer to him. So his attacks, he pretty much just ends there. We'll just go... We'll touch base to base and then we'll not worry about it any further. And then you can go ahead and attack with these guys.
7 attacks with that other squad there, hitting you on 3s. And then wounding you on 5s.
That's 3 wounding hits. I don't have any cover or anything like that.
Get angry.
Just a 3 up.
Kill ya.
Oh, he's okay. 3 passes.
Jeez, those dice.
I know, yeah, I know. Like this is going nowhere, but I mean, it's not. It's that's good for you because that's your victory point, and I'm just some lowly elite, not these mighty troops. And with that combat there, that does bring this turn to a close. I was able to accomplish one of my goals, though in doing so I lost my Master of Possessions. Ooh, very questionable move on my end, I see that now. I didn't respect the Emperor's Champion as much as I wanted to. My plan was to go first to the Dark Apostle, take them out, and then swing into the Emperor's Champion with my Master of Possessions, but I just didn't see the pile-in. And that's my bad. So now we're going to go on to...
I missed a heroic intervention that could have made a big difference too. So.
I didn't even notice it either. Like, when I charged in with my Dark Apostle, Josh could have heroically intervened and tied him up to make it so he couldn't use the pile-in to kill those guys, and I would have had to use my Master of Possessions to try and take him out. So there's a couple mistakes on our end there, but I think I don't know if it came out on top for you, but you were able to recover from my 5-man veteran kill, so I think that worked out for you better. Yeah, because you also have your Marshal coming in. So it's going to be turn 2 for the Black Templar, and they are still on this objective here because they are troops, and that objective back there with the RHINO. That's going to get you 2 points at the start of your turn, giving you a lead 3-2 because you had first strike. By the way, forgot to note there's no morale to take because there's none that was relevant. I only killed the 2 guys over here, and anything else died in one go. So yeah. So Josh has the RHINO drive up and around behind the barricade to contest this objective number 6. I don't have my troops out yet, so that will be true in this case. And then the bikes backed up a little bit, but they all stayed within 24 inches of my possessed in cover. To shoot it with bolt guns, obviously, and obviously, because we have to, we are in the tactical doctrine now, so rapid fire and assault weapons have an additional AP.
The 2-man Marine squad, we go ahead and they're going to just move up the bolt, get some better positioning.
Yeah, they're going to fall out of combat with the Greater Possessed, make room for other, bigger, healthier squads to get in, I assume.
Got it. Next squad of tactical, same thing. We don't want to waste our time with this guy. Let's keep moving up the board.
Ending there, and I assume these guys are going to go move forward, and they're the next round?
Exactly, buddy. You got it.
This is where the 2 squads end up.
Veterans here are going to get that objective back, so they're going to head down, stay obviously an inch away from the Greater Possessed, but just get into position here.
Ending there.
Marshall now is going to go ahead and move up, just get into a position that he'll be able to get a sweet little charge going.
I can't pick him up.
Against that Greater Possessed.
There we go. He's pretty much in the trench, and then more away from the edge there, so he's not within an inch of the Greater Possessed. Getting ready to charge the Greater Possessed, like Josh said. That should be it for movement, because drop pods.
I think that is.
And then that Rhino wants to stay still, I guess. It doesn't have to.
You know what? Let's move the Rhino more towards the bike. Yeah, move in that direction, but still holding that objective.
Exactly, something like that.
Move it up to there. He's fine where he is, but the other Rhino, one off all by his own, so he's gonna pop his smoke this turn.
Right, so now we're in the shooting phase. He's gonna pop smoke, -1 to hit. Where would you like to open up?
Let's start Stormbolters.
Oh, fair, yeah. They both have AP now too, again, because of the tactical doctrine. Not great. I assume we're shooting at the Greater Possessed.
Sure are.
Closest guy. Well, definitely closest for him. Pretty sure he's the closest for them too. The Rhino is there, so I'll double check that. And yes, he is the closest.
8 shots, hitting on 3s.
Got a few misses.
Okay, and then I'm gonna wound you on 5s.
And that's 1 wounding hit. Bam. But you ignore my cover now. But not actually ignoring it, but you counteract it. So I'm back to a 3-up save. Don't roll a 2. Okay, you know what? 1, I'm happy with a 1. I go down to 2 wounds. And that was both the Stormbolters from both. Sorry, I guess. Yeah, that was both of them together. We technically should have rolled those one at a time because one of them was
There's nothing else I could shoot at because I don't think I could target the Rhino.
Oh, that's right. The Rhino's in combat and character. Yeah, you're right. So okay, it made sense then. That's fair. So I guess we're going to pool both of them together into him as well?
Yeah, let's do it. There's no reason not. 20 bolter shots total from the 2 squads, hitting on 3s. Now looking for 5s to wound.
Okay, well, that's enough to kill him. And I have 3-up saves to go with this. Oh, we're good. Okay, so he survives the bolter fire. Kind of. He takes a little bit of damage.
Moving on, though, with life, the bikes are going to shoot at that spawn.
Yeah, over here. We put them in a position where they all have line of sight and range while moving in this direction. That's going to be 16 more shots at this poor spawn. And AP, so I don't get covered.
Alright, hitting on 3s.
No re-rolling? No, no re-rolling. But still,
That boy.
that's an exceptional roll. This spawn, you know what? He's probably dead. Yeah, he's probably super dead.
5s to wound.
Oh! Rip.
Oh, he's not feeling good about this.
No, he sees, you know what, his life flashing before his eyes. Why, oh why, did I do what I did to get to this point? And he is dead. He makes 2 saves, takes 4. You would have one-shot him. Bloop. And bloop.
Now, back over to this side, we're going to go Rhino shooting into the Greater Possessed.
Being the closest there. Bam. Character is probably...
Probably close enough there?
I'm going to go ahead and double check that.
Definitely is close enough for a reroll.
That helps.
Attaboy. Wounding on 5s.
1 wound. And AP 1, but we're good.
Veterans now, bolt pistols into the Greater Possessed.
Ooh, does one want to throw a crack grenade?
Why not?
Yeah, it's probably your best bet. Crack grenade first then.
Forget about it.
Hits.
Crazy addition.
And wounds, AP 1, and I make my save. Okay, well, you know what? Not a bad call, because I could have done 3 damage as opposed to the pistols 1 with no AP.
Sure.
Pistols, they are definitely within 6 of the captain.
I was going to say, I think they're close enough.
Yeah, I think so. And 5s. Whoa! Yeah. Okay, okay. And, oh my gosh! You hate to see stuff like that. He's got 3 wounds left. Yikes. 2 wounds left. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Make me feel better if it was the crack grenade that did it. So I'm just going to imagine it's the crack grenade and not the pistols that should have done 0 damage.
Fair.
All right, Captain.
Captain. Sorry, Marshall.
Marshall, that's right.
Storm bolter, twin bolters hitting on 2s.
No rerolls.
Wounding you on 5s.
Yikes, that's 3 wounding hits.
What's going to happen, Luka?
AP 1. Oof, he's going to take 1 damage. 1 wound remaining.
El Capitan will declare a charge against both characters.
No Overwatch, so he's going to go ahead and roll a 7. Would you like to re-roll the 2 or just keep the 7? You make it.
Cut right in between them there.
Yeah, he's just going to go somewhere around there, right up to the trench, getting within an inch there, getting within an inch over there.
Veteran's going to declare a charge just against the Greater Possessed.
No Overwatch, they're going to go 8. Or, sorry, +1. He would have been +1 as well. Not that it matters. Anything like that, not perfect, but they're all going to be able to fight. They want to be safe from these guys in particular. They want free shots, and I understand that. I guess that leaves these. Yikes.
Let's declare the charge with the, let's go with the squad to the right first.
Then there. All right, so I got no Overwatch. Do you want to charge the RHINO too, or just him?
I'll declare charging with the RHINO as well, yes.
All right, so they're going to go 7. You might as well reroll the 1.
Reroll the 1.
They're going to go 8.
And landing there, second squad's going to charge as well.
Again, no Overwatch. You want to reroll the 2?
Oh, they're in.
Yeah, you don't have to reroll the 2. They're just going to go somewhere about here. That will get 3 of them fighting. These 2 guys will be lagging behind a little bit, just because these guys are kind of blocking a wee bit, but not too bad. Now, the question is, are there any other charges?
I think that's all I can actually legally declare.
Okay, well then, where would you like to begin?
Let's go. Ooh.
It's tough. Yeah, because I got the interrupt too, so it's... What is the most important?
Yeah, I kind of want you to waste the points on the interrupt, so I'm okay with this. Let's go the veteran squad swinging into the greater possessed.
Oof, I understand. Okay.
Starting off with the power fist, 4 attacks. Hitting on 4s.
Oof.
Oh, Luka. Wounding on 3s.
It's 2 wounds. It's okay. I got a hexagrammatic ward maybe if I need it. I have a 5-up demon save. Make 1, fail 1. I'm not going to bother with hexagrammatic ward. I'd only saves 1 of them, and I'd have to reroll the other. So he is taken out.
No consolidate. They want to hang out there in the cover.
We're going to interrupt with the Dark Apostle, and we're going to put the attacks into the Captain, because that is a potential Warlord kill, and obviously I could lose my Warlord here. But that's the... I have 8 attacks still, because I was charged. And I don't want to split them up between the 2.
The poke's worth it here. No, I won't.
That's probably the most attacks I'll have. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to save it for the possessed. I need him dead.
Oh, right, he's only got 2 wounds, yeah. It's likely he could kill himself too, on top of the attacks you're getting against me. So I'm going to put the attacks into the Captain and see what this can get me. And I'm going to hope I can survive the attacks from the Emperor's Champion. Maybe he won't get lucky twice. Alright, hitting the Marshal on 2s. No re-rolling because I didn't do that prayer. I should have. I have 1 Death to the False Emperor though, which does help. And these are wounding on 3s because I'm strength 7. Or strength 6. Okay. I'm strength 6, but still wounding on 3s. Alright, 2 fails here. And these are flat 2 damage each. So, on average it says you're dead, but you never know. Is there any shenanigans before I roll this up?
There isn't. Just my 4-up invuln.
Okay. Oh. No. Yep. That's, feels bad. Feels bad. Feels real bad. That's a waste of 2 command points. I got 1 left.
Well, we'll leave this embarrassment for a minute. We'll go down to the greater possessed, and the squad that has the most guys engaged, you're going to swing into them. Yeah,
it's the full 5-man squad there. It's a lot of attacks.
12 attacks on 3s.
Not bad. That's 2 misses.
Nice and angry there because they didn't get into combat. So wounding on 5s now.
Okay, well that's an exceptional roll. It's 4 and 3 ups. Yeah, he's dead too. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Consolidating into the RHINO after that. Well, this is embarrassing. My forces don't feel like putting up a fight. We'll have to rely on the guys who haven't done anything yet. And you get to keep going with the rest of your charges, so these guys can pile in. You could...
Yeah, let's have the squad of tactical marines pile in just into the trenches to grab that objective.
Yep. So they get to pile in, and they get to kind of consolidate too.
4 years, so I'm happy up with that.
Yeah, this is quite good. Very good.
Over to the Marshal now, swinging in 8 attacks total. 4 base, 1 for the charge, and then 3 for the Teeth of Terra.
Right into the Dark Apostle. Oh, they all hit.
I think I'm leading on 3s.
Yeah, strength +1. Okay, that's 4 fails. Interesting. Maybe I'll get so lucky. And if I roll average here, I'm dead. So that sucks. But I have hexagrammatic.
So your 4-up invuln or 4-up save doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter, yeah. So I'm okay. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and make most of those, and I'll count myself lucky. And I take 2 damage. I'll have 2 remaining wounds.
Well, it's going to bring it over to Mr. Emperor's Champion, swinging in. With, what is it, 5 attacks?
It should be 6. He's got 5 base. No one's charged, but he does get an extra attack for being near a character, enemy character.
Hitting you on 2s, rolling fails.
Yep. Attacking characters, they all hit. And should be 3s.
I think I'm wounding you on 3s.
Re-rolling, because character.
Yep.
And I owe you 4 up invulnerable saves. And, oh man. I got one command point left. I could auto pass one of these, and if you roll 3 up, my Warlord is dead. So, yes, I will Hexagrammatic Ward. My last command point to try and keep him alive. Probably a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyways. And this is going to be D3 damage. You ready?
See that?
And he is dead anyways. Ah, crap. All right. And with that final stroke, that will end the fight phase and effectively end the Black Templar turn, but they are in a great spot. My prediction, winning by 1 point for the Black Templar so far, because you have the first strike. And Warlord, actually 2 points. You got Warlord kill now. That was my one chance to try and get it before I buckled over here. You know, I forgot to attack with my Rhino, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to attack the Emperor's Champion because he's right there and vulnerable. Why am I... I got the extra attack because I was charged, and I hit on 6s, so I fail. And now that will end the turn, bring us to turn 3, which means... Josh, are you going to go to the Tactical Doctrine? Or, sorry, Assault Doctrine, or stay in the Tactical Doctrine?
Yeah, boy, I want to live in the Assault Doctrine. That's what this game is about.
So that is pretty much for the rest of the game. Josh will be in the Assault Doctrine, additional AP on pistols and melee weapons. And he has his Doctrine trait now, where every time he rolls a 6 to hit non-vehicles, it automatically wounds. You don't have to roll for it. Start of my turn, I'm going to get a victory point for that objective and a victory point for this objective over here, putting me to 4, as well as Josh's 4, but I'm in the beginning of the battle round, so I'm at a 2-point deficit as of right now. This one over here I don't get because it's contested between the 2 rhinos, but I can get my troops out and at least contest that one. And not have to worry about it too much. Which I'll probably do. First thing I'll do is I'll disembark and try and tango with that rhino. So that's where they disembark. I forgot to roll for the rhino repair. I'll do that in a moment with my other wounded rhino. They are not going to really bother moving, but the rhino itself is going to move. It's going to back it on up to this objective over here and just end there. But then I'm going to roll for this rhino repair on a 6. It does not repair, so it stays at 9 wounds. And then he's going to fall back out of combat. So first move, he's going to drive on out, end up over here. And then the rest of his move, he's going to end up over here. I'll go ahead and say it now, but he's going to pop smoke in the shooting phase, just so I don't forget in the shooting phase. I'll probably forget later on, but I'll try and remember. And I need to deal with the Black Templar coming up my way. And the best way to do that's probably with these guys. I'm going to advance the Galvorback, the Greater Possessed here. He's going to go an extra 6. That's a 13-inch move, but I think I'm just going to go up to here and claim some cover. Ish. I'm going to go about there, I guess. Didn't really need to advance.
He's scared?
He's just keeping it real for now, you know? Yeah, no, in fact, he's going to go... He'll go... He's actually going to commit. He's going to go there. And then we're going to disembark. We're going to disembark the Chaos Space Marines out of this Rhino. And they're going to end up somewhere around here. And then the Rhino is going to drive up around that way. That's where the Marines disembark. Double file line. Rhino drives forward. Not advancing. And that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much all my movement. Well, I guess these guys can still move. So they will. They're going to move up onto the objective and getting nearer to this bunker here, but not quite utilizing it as much as they possibly could. I got no more psychic phase, so we're going to go right on to shooting. Start with this Rhino. Putting a couple of combi shots into the bikes there. We have 2 of them because we're not rapid firing. They both hit. And both double wound, actually. Okay. 3-up save on the bikes, and we do nothing. Okay, well, all that for nada. Then we're going to put everything from these Marines, including 1 crack grenade, into the Rhino, but I'm going to start with the melta guns. 3s to hit. Yikes. Yikes.
Oh, it is 4s to hit, even though it doesn't make a difference.
That's right, because of smoke. That's smoke, yeah. Crack grenade. Misses as well. I'm not even going to bother rolling the bolt guns. You know what, I know someone's going to say something if I don't roll the bolt gun shots. So 4s to hit. It's just, you know, a little discouraging when your melta guns miss and your crack grenade. Why did the crack grenade have to miss too? It wasn't going to do anything. Look, they did 1 wound and oh, Josh takes the damage. Look at that. Ooh, look at that.
Difference.
That might make all the difference in the world. Now, I'll make fun of myself if it does, but 9 remaining wounds. Now these Chaos Space Marines here, they're going to go ahead and light up the 5-man squad in the back, and then any ones that don't have range on them are just going to shoot at the 2-man squad. It's these 5 in the back, firing at those 2 tactical marines, and then these remaining 5 firing at the ones in the back, except for this champion who's got a bolt pistol. So I'm going to do the 2 plasma guns first, not supercharging into those tacticals. Both hit, and 1 wound, and then you're going to have a 6-up save because it's AP3. I kill 1 of those 5. Who's it going to be? One in the back goes down for now. And then 3 bolt guns, 1 hit. No wound. All right. And 5 bolt guns into them on 3s. Nice. Good job, boys. 4s. Very good job. Woo. Are they going to die? And they're perfectly fine. Blessed power armor of the Imperium. Nice. Now, this Rhino is going to fire at them as well, the guys out front. It's going to be 4 shots on 3s, because we're rapid firing. 4s to wound. 2 wounds. And... oh, I got him. Would you like to reroll one of those?
No, that's fine.
Alright, so they do both go down. I killed the chainsword! I'm going to go back and do one quick correction. And in doing so, I'm just going to move that guy to there, just so I have a model on the objective. It won't change up anything, because they all shot the same guys they could see. That glorious turn, or shooting phase, that is the end of my turn. I'm not going to charge over here, because I'd rather at least overwatch the Rhino when he charges me. And I don't have a power fist, I have a power sword in that squad. The power fists are in the plasma squads. And that's it. That's it. That's the end of turn 3 for me. Turn 3 for the Black Templar. At the start of your turn, you get 3 victory points. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Putting you at 7 to my 4.
Alright, no point in not being aggressive here. We're going to start with the veterans, moving out towards... they want to get in combat with that Greater Possessed.
Coming out and around, I gotcha. That's going to get them right about, yeah, as they jump out of the trenches. And all that good stuff.
Emperor's Champion going to move right up.
And we've already pre-measured. If we're near the Warlord, this is a 7-inch charge when he goes to charge. But if the Warlord's far away, then it'll be...
Warlord's going to be moving straight up as well.
Is the Warlord just going to go in this area here? Or as far forward as he can?
Far forward, yeah.
Gotcha. Pre-measured already. He's kind of falling off his base a little bit. There we go. Old model. He's got to be fixed.
He's so eager for combat.
He's going to end up going about there after driving out through the trench and engaging my forces. Staying an inch away from the Rhino, of course.
Next up, the tide of Marines are moving forward, trying to get as many shots on that Greater Possessed as they can. And just the tide of, humanity's defenders moving up here.
Making sure.
One big angry way.
Yeah, keep that objective too while they're in a position to shoot their guns and claim some cover. Super safe stuff. And then just going to keep pushing on to my now coming up territory.
Continuing with the moves here, the Rhino that's been holding that objective or contesting it, he's going to go try to contest another objective eventually, so he will advance.
Let's see if he heals first on a 6.
Oh, good call.
He does not, and he's going to advance 2. So he's going to go a total of 14, and Josh's plan is to come up and around and make his way to this objective at some point. To contest it, because he's only elite. Yeah, that's where he ends up. You can definitely get there next turn. I don't even think he needs a good advance. So I'll at least get this for one, unless he dies, but I don't think he will, but I'll at least get this for one more turn before I have to do something about this.
Now the bikers in the back, they're going to move up basically as close to where the Rhino was as possible. They want to get some shots on those Marines and maybe do a little assaulty assault. Ending up there, going to be a 9-inch charge when they're ready for it. Shooting now, we're going to go the Marines in the back there, the tactical squad, putting as many shots into the Chaos Space Marines as they can.
That will be 4 shots because they moved and they're a little far away.
3's to hit.
Okay, Captain's a little far.
First the wound?
No. Alright.
Next squad, we're just going to keep shooting with tactical Marines until I kill you.
Alright, so 3's to hit. These ones do get to reroll.
Happy 10 says do better. 4's to wound.
And 1 save. Which we make because they're not in the tactical doctrine anymore.
Oof.
This 5-man squad here is going to fire next. It's one of those weird situations where the target is in line of sight, the target unit, but the closest models are in range, but the closest models are out of line of sight. So this is where like 7th edition had a better rule set for that. But this is okay. They moved. It's 5 shots. Hitting on 3s. Oh! Oh!
Heroes, let them go.
2 wounding hits. They wound on 4s. And I have my saves. Oh! These are the marksmen. They just plinked off 2 guys. 1, 2, I suppose. I can't lose him.
Actually, let's do the veteran squad if they can see. Looking like veterans shooting at the Rhino.
They have bolt guns, or do they have bolt pistols? I can't remember.
Bolt pistol.
Oh, bolt pistols, right. So they actually get AP on this. That's re-rolling for the captain. And 5s to wound. With AP 1. 1. And I fail. Nice. Good job, boys. 9 wounds left, and then we have the Emperor's Champion and the captain.
Let's do the Emperor's Champion into your Squad of Marines.
That's one shot, hitting on a 3, I think.
Yes, it's 3.
Hits. Wounds as well. With his pistol, that's AP1. So he will not kill a Marine. I will be okay.
Okay. Marshal all of his attacks into the Marine Squad.
Hitting on 2s.
Rolling.
They all hit.
Yeah, 4s.
Pretty good roll. It's 5 wounding hits, you know, definitely above average there. And no AP, but I make my saves. And now for these 2 drop pods, the only thing they have to target is that RHINO, so I might as well take shots.
It will throw the RHINO, my RHINO in as well.
Oh, nice. All right, so it's going to be 16 shots. That RHINO, this drop pod, and then this drop pod over here in the RHINO.
Hitting on 4s because of the smoke.
We got 2 hits. It stopped 2 3s. And no... Wow, we rolled pretty bad. The 1 wound, and I take a damage. I'm down to 8. You know.
Getting there. 8 more turns, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Blake's putting shots in now. 2 conceive, so it's going to be 8 shots. Hitting on 3s. Very good winning on 4s.
Okay, pretty good. 5 wounds. No AP though. That's going to gun down nobody. Okay, we're starting to make a lot of armor saves now, which is nice.
Right over to charging now. We're going to have the Emperor Champion charge the Vorback and the RHINO.
Well, the RHINO will overwatch. My Greater Possessed Gal Vorback will not. We hit once with the RHINO. We do not wound, and then your charge, I can't remember what we said, but it was like a 7-ish, I believe. Okay, definitely not a Devil 2. Now, you have the option to reroll both.
Reroll both.
Reroll both. And we're going to remember you get +1 to this because he's nearby. That's a 7 in total. I think it was a 7 or an 8. I'll double check now, though. It does not get into the Greater Possessed, but we declare the RHINO for a reason. So that's going to go right there.
Alright, next up, we're going to do the squad, the tactical squad behind, yeah, right there. They're charging into the RHINO.
Well, I don't have to overwatch, or I can't overwatch.
Actually, you know what? Hold off there. Maybe.
Well, okay. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm going to do the captain.
The captain charging whom?
The marshal.
The marshal.
He will be declaring the Greater Possessed, the RHINO, and the Squad of Marines.
Okay, in case he like rolls well enough to go. Yeah, if he rolls high enough, he can go over here. So charging, double 2. So like,
we'll go ahead and roll both.
6, 7 actually.
Okay.
That's where he ends up. Now you can start working his way around for now, but he's stuck with the RHINO. Now who else is charging?
Let's do the veterans are going to declare a charge against the RHINO.
And they're going to go 6. That should be good. So with that, that's good enough, but they have to go kind of directly into it. And then we're going to leave room for these tactical Marines to get into this RHINO as well.
Indeed.
Alright, charging. Bam! Okay, that's a reroll, I assume.
Yep.
And, oh wow, they failed! Okay. Ooh, double 1 into a 1 and a 2. Still making these charges not so bad.
Yeah, one more back here for me too. Okay, looking pretty good. We got the bikes in the back now making their charge.
Yes, and they needed a 9 to get in. I got one guy at the very end who could overwatch, so he'll shoot his bolt gun. He misses, and then they're going to charge 10 or 9, exactly. That's exactly what they needed. No need to reroll, unless you want to try and get a higher roll, but that's good enough.
That is exactly what I wanted.
That is where they end up. Definitely, like I said, it was enough just to get the one guy in, so when they pile in, they can get more attacks. The whole unit should be able to attack when they pile in. And then that should be it for charges.
So start a fight phase, we're going to move over to the Marshal, and I'm going to go Devout Push for 1 command point. So he gets +3 to the pile-in move, which means he will get himself into those Chaos Marines.
Yes, and again, he did declare them as a target. You know what? I didn't overwatch with them, though. Did I?
Go back and fix it then.
Yeah. I guess I'll overwatch with them. Because I remember he did declare them, and I didn't shoot my plasma, because I remember not saying, do I want to overcharge or not. But we've already measured the Devout Push. The 6 will be able to get him within an inch of them and staying closer to the RHINO after the 6-inch pile-in. It's really good. +3 to your pile-in and consolidate. And that works on infantry and bikers. That makes this guy very, very mobile. The one of the plasma guys were rapid firing, one was not. I am going to supercharge, so the one that was rapid firing does hit, and the one who is not rapid firing, does kill himself. I don't have any command points, so he's dead. So the one who's not rapid firing was him, so he has to die. And the one that does hit does not wound. Very good stuff, boys. And then the bolt guns as well. 5 bolt guns! They all miss.
back to our regularly scheduled programming. Devote push.
So we're gonna go ahead and
2 command points, but that gets a certain Marshal into combat with some Marines.
he essentially ends up there, going 6 inches up and around, getting the Marines within an inch and keeping the Rhino closer than what he was before, which is about half an inch. Now he's a quarter an inch. And I assume you're gonna put all the attacks into the Marines?
You bet.
All right, that should be 8 attacks because of charge, Teeth of Terra, and 4 attacks base.
All right, 8 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
All right, no 6s.
This is a lot of wound, but that's okay because I'm wounding you on 3s.
And these are now AP3 because of the Assault Doctrine. So I am going to lose 3 guys because I make 2 6-ups. So I'm going to go
That's all right.
1, 2, and I guess 3. I'll lose you. Man. That lets me get a Power Fist attacking at the Captain. Yeah, you know what? We'll keep you, and we're going to lose you. So you 3 die. Not going to bother consolidating because the Rhino is already like super close. And I have no command points to interrupt, so where is next?
First champion.
I assume into the Greater Possessed.
You bet.
Piling in, getting closer to the Rhino, but attacking the Greater Possessed. With many attacks.
Many much attacks, hitting you on 2s. Rerolling fails.
Oof, that's the because
6 is all auto wound.
yeah, that's the Black Templar Assault Doctrine rule. So those automatically wound. Don't need to roll for those, though they wound on 3s anyways, re-rolling. So they're likely going to wound, but that's just a nice little added bonus. And then re-rolling because I'm a character. Okay, 1 failed. 6 saves, huh? I have no more command points for Hexchromatic Wards, so I'm just going to go ahead and die to the. You know, even if you didn't roll any extra damage, if you rolled 1 on all that, he would die. But for the fun of it, he's going to go ahead and takes 8 damage. Oof. Yikes!
Veterans have piled in to swing with the Rhino, so let's start off with the Sergeant. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s.
And 3. Nope, okay, he decides to whiff. For once.
16 swings coming in, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of El Capitan.
Marshal. And then the 6 is an automatic wound. So I don't have to roll for that. That's well, it's not a vehicle. That's right, it's a vehicle. It doesn't work there. I'm like, that would be really powerful though. I understand why they don't have it that way. They'd be like amazing anti-armor in that regard. So 5s. That's 3 wounding hits at AP1 because they're chainswords in the Assault Doctrine. Not bad, not bad. And that means I'm gonna take 2 damage. Down to 7. It's work.
Well, last but not least, we're going to move up to those bikes. They're going to pile in and get their swings.
Yeah, and they'll have chainswords, eh?
Dude. Chain swords all around. So I got 13 attacks, and I'm going to be hitting you on 3. 6 is auto wound.
No re-rolling, 2 misses though. And these are going to be 4s? Yeah. That's 6 wounding hits. Yikes. At AP1, so I have 4 up save. And you're going to go ahead and cut down 2 of them. Oh, okay, not so bad. 2 to go down will be you and you. I get to retaliate now, so I'm going to fight back over here first. We're going to pile in a little bit. Get over there, get you in, and everyone else should be able to fight. Yeah, so I'm going to start with the star, the champion, and his power sword. He's got a whopping 3 attacks because he was charged. We hit with everything. We have a debt to the False Emperor. We have 4 hits. These wound on 5s at AP3. 2 wounding hits. And you have 6 up saves. I cut a biker down. Obviously not the champion, but someone from the back, I assume.
I'd take someone from the back.
14 remaining attacks from the Chaos Space Marines on 3s. And we have 2 debt to the False Emperors, giving me 1 more hit. 5s to wound, though. No AP, because I don't have fancy modern doctrines. Damn Codex Astartes. Alright, fine. Bam! That's your saves, you take 1 wound. That's just gonna wound a guy out front. And that's it over there. Now I've got this squad to fight with. I don't really need to pile in. I could, I believe, there's some wiggle room here. Like a little bit. You could pile into there. Is that getting within 2? Yeah, probably. And then, I mean, there's no point really doing that because I'm just going to attack with these 2 guys anyway. So I'll go with the Champion's Power Fist and then the regular guy with the Plasma Gun attacking the Captain. Now, I need to spike super freaking hard here to get myself back in the game. If I can kill him and get Warlord kill, that's not so bad. And then my guys won't be tied up and they'll be free to shoot. That'd be nice too. Now, granted, I only have the 1 Plasma Gun because the other guy was a doofus. But we're going to try. 3 attacks. with the Power Fist on 4s. And I don't even get Death to the False Emperor because Power Fists are -1 to hit. And we do wound, but you have an invulnerable save.
Or up.
Which you'll be more than happy to make.
Okay.
And I got 2 attacks with the Plasma Gun guy, and he just, yeah, he does. I think the Word Bearers have given up. No, Josh is right. He asked if it was the Word Bearers that have given up. It is I who has given up. I give up. I killed 1 biker though, that's not bad. I get to attack with this RHINO. I'm going to attack some veterans with this RHINO. I got 4 hold attacks because I was charged. I just wanted to kill a guy. You know, that's a good roll though. I mean, if it wasn't a vehicle attacking, it's not a bad roll. It's a roll you can respect.
Power Fist? Whoa.
So, yeah, right. Imagine if that was a Power Fist. Imagine that. Okay, well, okay, looking at this now, that's the end of the turn. At the start of my turn, we're going to want to, it'd be turn 4. I would have, let's just do some quick maths here because I'm down by 2 points and I'm going to be gaining 3 points this turn, but you're also on the gain of 3 points per turn. Actually, no, you've given up this one over here and I can deny that one. So it's very interesting. Okay, but looking at things, my turn's pretty quick. I heal over there. I try to heal over here. I fail both those. And then he falls back. He moves on that objective. I fall back from combat over here. I have to fall back from... them making that charge really kind of made my decision easy here. If they didn't make that charge, I would have had another chance with the melta guns to go for him, to try and deny him from denying me on this point. Because I know he's going to deny me on the 5th turn. I won't be able to do anything about that unless this guy spikes incredibly hard. But then again, you could just get into a position where I can't heroically intervene in either. So I guess the smart thing to do would be to move him right on top of the objective. That way you can't stop the heroic intervention. But yeah. I think I'll still call it there because they fall back. I move and I take a couple of pot shots with RHINOs. I'm effectively tied up everywhere is what I'm trying to say. I'll get my 3 points, putting me up to 7, to Josh's 7. And then I'll deny, and then Josh will be getting 1 point, putting him at 8. And then from there, he'll be up a point on me, and then I'm only going to be getting 2 points because that'll be denied. And then they're going to get shot up and tied up again, and it's just not that great. Not that great. Not a lot of hope. And then then they're going to get charged and cleaned up, and then I'll be losing this one eventually at some point too because I'll have no troops over here, just the RHINO. This guy, I guess I wouldn't fall back with him. I'd keep him there. It'd just be grasping for straws. So if I keep him in combat, fall them back, they get caught and killed. Over here, I'd have to get really lucky to try and kill that off. So I guess, you know what, maybe I won't concede. Maybe I'll do one more turn to see how it goes, but I don't think the Word Bearers can eke out a win. It'll just be a closer game. It's been a close game overall. So fall back, very quick and easy. Bam, bam, bam. Failed my heals. He stays in combat. He drives to the objective over here. Stays an inch away from your RHINO. Then over here, these fine chaps fall back out of the combat as well. And you're going to just suffer the shots.
Actually, give me a second here. Maybe I'll make this a little easier for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. 2 up. That's right. I forgot you have that. There's a stratagem.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to do it or not.
If you do...
I am right now.
Josh wants his command points for his turn, that's right. So there is a stratagem where the Black Templar, can force enemy infantry to, unless... This is somewhat the flyer battlefield rule, but essentially enemy infantry can't fall back unless you roll a 1 on a d6. Well, not that it would have mattered there. Not that it would have mattered, but that's an amazing ability the Black Templar have, keeping things locked up in combat. Probably one of the better stratagems that I just kind of quickly forgot about. But they're going to fall back there, stay near the objective, and ultimately not really accomplish much. And that's the end of my turn because this guy just stays here. He's not gonna bother moving. He's gonna shoot shots at the bikes who have cover, and that's pretty much it. 4 shots at the bikes. They fell back. He's on the objective. We have 3 hits, 1 wound, and you have cover. You're fine. That's my turn. Yes, I think that's it.
All right. So starting my turn here. 1 point.
1 point there. This one's got no one on it. And then that one's contested. And then I still have troops on this one over here.
Yeah.
And then those ones are just mine. So you get 1 point, putting you at 9. Sorry, 8 to my 7.
Bikes moving forward to get ready for the charge.
Coming out of the trenches. Gonna go on this objective. Hopefully this time do a little bit better and clean house. He's gonna go in the trench.
Yeah.
This is the wounded guy in front.
RHINO gonna head towards your RHINO. Actually, throw me one of those D6s. Do I heal?
You do not.
Oh. Next up, the squad closest that objective number 3 is going to go ahead and... Can they move and get that objective, or do they get advanced, Luka?
No, they can definitely move and get it. I wasn't sure if they won't be able to get in the trench, though.
They're going to move and get it, and then they're going to end up shooting at the RHINO, so...
Oh, okay. Moving up. I already know they can get near the objective. You can just hop on over. You're going to end up there, and then that'll be your objective for next turn on battle round 5.
Going right there. Now the squad closest to you is going to continue to move up the board towards your RHINO there.
It's going to take them to this little doohickey there. Little trench remains or a little bit of cover. And that is their 6-inch move.
And they're just going to stay and beat up the RHINO. So I think that's all my moves. We're going to go over to shooting.
We're going to correctly move them. Where I put them, they were blocked by the RHINO. They want to all take shots at these Chaos Space Marines. It's going to be 5 shots into them just because they're off by a little bit to rapid fire, but still 5 shots better than nothing. 3s to hit. Maybe reroll. Captain is within 6. All hit. Very nice.
Much better. First wound.
That's 4. And no AP. We're okay. Maybe lots of... You know what? When there's no AP, I'll make all my power armor saves. The second there's one, they die en masse.
Next up, tactical squad in the back is going to put shots in that same Marine squad.
Now, we already measured. There's 4 of them still in range to fire at my Marines. And they hit on 3s. They all hit. Forced to wound. Yep, forced to wound. And saves. There you go. 2 die. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna lose you, I guess.
The correction, the bolter discipline from them not moving. Again, 3s and 4s.
Oh, whew. And okay, they're still alive from that second volley there.
Now the RHINO's going to put shots at them.
3s to hit.
3s and 4s.
Yeah, 3s and 4s. And 1. I make that save as well.
Bike's gonna do their shots now. To those poor Marines.
Right in front of them? Yeah.
16 shots. At this point, I'm pretty sure we all know what I need to roll.
Yeah, 3s to hit and it's 4s to wound.
Here.
And we got 3 wounds at no AP, and I'm losing no one again. Can't get through that power armor with non-AP bolters. That 1 AP, well, in this case, it wouldn't have made the difference, but I swear I would have rolled 3 3s.
Persevere here. Let's go back to the storm bolters at the back of the board there and put them onto your RHINO.
Right, so we got 1 rapid firing and 1 not, so that's 10 shots, and 3s and 5s. So it's going to be some hits, 3 hits, and 1 wound, and it does not get through the armor's RHINO, or the armor's RHINO. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, again, persevering. Tacticals into the RHINO.
No rapid firing here. We got 3 hits, and no wounds.
Bolt pistols now into that RHINO. Looking for 3s to hit, rerolling 1s.
Okay.
And then looking for 5s to wound.
But these have AP now, because it's a pistol. And it didn't matter, but it did force me to fail that save.
Alright, so back up to the top of the board. We're going to have the RHINO charge the Marines so the bikes don't eat the Overwatch.
Oh, over there. Okay, yeah, I was thinking this one, but that makes more sense. So here's hoping the double melt a hit. Bah! Not a single one. That's why I get greedy for him for both. And then I got a crack grenade and pistols. Crack grenade and a bunch, bolt guns. 10 shots on 6s. Not bad. It looks cool. Got 4 hits and 2 wounds and 0 damage. Nice. And then he's going to charge 5.
Yeah.
You could reroll if you want to, but that's good enough.
That's fine.
Hey, backing up into him. And then the bikes charge in.
Charge.
8, yeah. Finishing this off. Got to deal with these boys. Come on, bring it on in. And this is the wound on the middle guy.
Should be it for charging, so let's go into combat. We're going to start with the RHINO swinging at the Marines.
It's got 4 attacks because of shock assault. But it misses. You know what?
Okay.
It's okay. You know, I guess if you rolled a 6 to hit, it would have been an auto wound, which would have been kind of funny. I don't know if it works for... I'd have to look at the rule, but I think it works for all your Black Templar stuff, but only against my non-vehicles. Still, would have been funny.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The bike's up next.
Indeed.
All right.
Here comes 10 attacks. Now 3s.
No re-rolling. Oh, but we have a few 6s there that automatically wound. And that is going to be 4 wounding hits at AP 1. Oof. Oh, it's cutting down 3 of my dudes. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I kind of jumped the gun last turn and forgot a morale check on these guys here. Because they did get lit up. I lost a few guys to shooting this turn, but I remember how much I lost last turn. And we're okay with the 3. We do not fail.
Right. Next up, the Marshal's going to swing in. I believe he's 7 attacks right now.
Yes, he doesn't get that extra attack from shock assault. So that's 5, 7 attacks. Bam! Reroll.
Use rerolling 1s.
Bam! And these are all 5s to wounds still because I'm T6 or 7. 2 hit, 2 wounds. AP good. So those are 2 fails. Is it flat 2 each?
Flat 2 each, yeah.
Woo! That's down to 2 wounds left. You are beating up this Rhino. I have to go with the Rhino. D3 attacks. You got 2. There's actually only got 1 attack. So I'm just going to re-roll because he's bracket. He didn't get charged. And you actually got him to the lowest bracket with his attacks. So you get to go with the Emperor's Champion next. Or you know them, I suppose.
Let's just be Emperor Champion.
Champion. So he's only got 5 attacks. No reroll. Well, he gets to reroll 1s, I suppose.
At 2 rerolling 1s.
Those is the vehicle, so it doesn't automatically wound. He hits on 2s, right? It should be, yeah.
It's on 2, yeah.
And 5s. Oh wow, 4 2s. Or there was 4 2s.
Ooh, Arfist.
Barfizz. Whoa, rerolled 1. Hey, hey, there you go. 3 to wound. And I'll have no save against that because that's AP 4.
Damage.
Oh, he's only got 1! Do you want to reroll it? Or you want to go with the chainswords?
No, I'll go with chain swords.
Okay, so he's got 1 remaining wound. And then we have 4 guys with chainswords attacking. Before we go any further, we did forget to charge a tactical squad in. There's no Overwatch and they're going for the Rhino. They go 8.
Yeah. They're in.
Yeah, they're just going to go up.
It's fair this way because, again, that was the intention, and
yeah,
you might blow up and kill a bunch of guys.
It's true. I'm hoping for the dramatic blow up just for the fun of it all. That means they would have technically had to go before any of this goes, but I don't think it really matters all that much.
I don't think, yeah.
Yeah, we have 12 attacks with the chainswords. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling for Marshall.
Runs.
Lots of 6s, but they don't really matter yet.
Go for 5s.
Oh boy. Well, that's definitely 4 wounding hits. And 4 ups. Yeah, you cut him down with chainswords. It doesn't even matter for that. The AP would have got him anyways. That's 4 damage with chainswords. Beautiful. Alright, now here's for the dramatic explosion. Well, bam! Dang it. That's a 1. Okay, well, fine. They're perfectly safe. Whatever. You're boring, Josh. I don't even get cool explosions. It's fine. It's fine.
You really don't.
But we're going to go over here now. And I guess I will fight back. We're not going to bother piling in. We're just going to attack the bikes. And we're going to start with the Aspiring Champion. He's got 3 attacks with his Power Sword. They all hit, and they wound on 5s. Nice! We cut down another bike. You ready for this? You have a 6-up save.
One at a time. Oh, yeah, never mind, I guess.
Yeah,
yeah. It saves.
They're only 1 damage. So 1...
Oh, I think it had Power Sword for some reason.
No, not I mean, I understand that. I had it on my other 2 squads. I'm just trying to keep what you see is what you get, and that guy had a Power Sword, so... That's 1 wound, not on the Sergeant, and then I have 8 more attacks back at you with the regular dudes. 3s to hit. We have 2 misses and 2 deaths with False Emperors, so we have 8 hits. And wounding on 5s. 3 wounding hits. I need you to fail all of these to kill that squad off.
Yeah, do the gap.
Well, I pretty close. Pretty close. Your Sergeant will have 1 wound left. I assume you don't want to reroll any of this.
Nope, that's good. We'll keep it that way.
Bam. Bam. Then that should be it for combat. I don't think there's any morale to take. The morale I rolled here was for last turn. I didn't really... I mean, I rolled it, but I didn't lose enough to really care. But I lost, like, what, 2 models, 3 models? That's still not enough. And over there, I lost a couple guys, but I can't really fail. No, I didn't lose enough over there. I'd have to... On a 4, I'd have to lose... No, I only lost, like, 1 or 2 guys. And...
You lost 3, but I think you're still good.
Yeah, it's a 7, the leadership 8. So for victory points, well, nothing gained, but if we were to go into my turn 5, and if, like, 1, 2, 3, I'd get 3 points on my turn. And then on your turn, you get these 2, because I can't really stop you. So look at the score, it's like not over, but it's struggle. The best I can hope for is a tie, if the game ends on turn 5. If the game goes on any more than that, then they're going to be dead. That'll be all tied up and contested, and then I'll be screwed over a little bit. So on my turn 5, I get 1 point over there because I have troops. I get 1 point over here, and I get 1 point over there, putting me at 10 victory points. Now, if I can kill your Warlord, or something, that'd be kind of cool too. That would really offset this a little bit. That's why I was hoping there was an explosion, and then maybe I could just plink off the few remaining wounds with these two guys here. But, but that didn't happen. And then on Josh's turn, he's going to get an easy 2 victory points. We're both set up for Line Breaker. I can go get Line Breaker. I could get Line Breaker with that guy if I wanted to and still deny the point. Or Josh could easily just get Line Breaker with these guys. In fact, he already is getting Line Breaker with these guys, so that's kind of a washed point. Now, yeah, Josh at 10, I'm at 7, so I'm going to go up to 10 right now, and then Josh on his turn is going to go up to 10 as well. So if I can get the Warlord kill and the game ends, I could win. So I should go for that. So I will. So we're going to keep this Galvor back, or the Greater Possessor over here, because I kind of have to. These guys are going to forego the objective and try and threaten him. After they move, this Rhino is just going to move over the trenches to the other side and get Line Breaker and stick around that objective. It's going to end something like that. And what to do over here? This guy here is in an interesting position because, you know what, he's going to drive over the trenches and end up over here getting closer to him so I can take a couple of more shots at him, and then we're going to stay on the objective though. We're going to specifically stay in combat over here because I think I can just cut him down his 1 remaining wound. Essentially all this, if there's a turn 6, I'm screwed, and if I don't kill him, it's a tie. It's not great for the word bearers, but we're going to try. So we're going to do a crack grenade and the supercharged plasma gun into the Marshal. So start with the crack grenade. It does miss, and then the supercharged plasma gun. Ooh, double 6. Just looks cool. It doesn't really matter. 3's to wound. Double wound. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now 4 up and vulnerable save.
I bring out those dice.
Yeah, if you want to roll the other ones. I just kind of did as a force of habit. There's just a force of habit.
Oh.
So he's got 2 health left unless you want to re-roll one of those. Because there's a power fist. That's like the only thing, right? And I also have the bolt guns.
Reroll one, I'm sure.
Reroll one. So that'll put you down to 1 command point. 4 up invuln. Doesn't help.
No.
So he's got 2 wounds left and you have 1 command point. Now, there are company veterans that could take those hits, but they're more than 3 away. So he's a little bit further forward than I guess they would be they're comfortable with. I got the bolt guns now on the Rhino. It is rapid firing. I wonder. Okay, well that's not going to kill him, but that does wound him. He's got a 3 up save.
Yeah.
He's fine. He still has his 2 wounds. After that, we're going to come over to here and have all of them shoot their bolt pistols into that biker there. Maybe we can take him out with that, which is an added little attempt. 3s to hit and 5s to wound. Got 1 wounding hit, no AP, so it's just a 3 up save on the bike. He doesn't die. He's okay. Whew. Gonna bring us to charging, where we have these Marines charging in. Kind of need the game to end here, and I need to kill him. So they're gonna charge 5, which is good. Oh, you get to Overwatch.
I was gonna say, where's my Overwatch?
That's true. You have 8 shots of that, so I'll keep that 5, I guess. I mean, I can't even fail.
I know you're fine to keep 5.
And then you have, maybe more than the 1 hit. You have 1 hit, and it's going to wound. 3 up save. Okay, we survived that.
Oh.
I assume you wanted to do that overshoot a crack grenade, which is 8 shots that are pretty good. And I'm only charging him. I'm not charging anything else. So they're gonna go there 5. We're just gonna go there to there, and then this is the Rhino charge in. The Rhino is going to charge as well, but he's gonna charge these troops to boot. Because I'm kind of hoping, because like I know doing this, I'm already giving up that objective because that Rhino can just fall back and deny it for me on turn 6. So I'm going to see if we can go in and get a kill or something here. So he's going to charge also them, and then I'm going to assume that they're outside of range for that crack grenade, which I would assume correct. Okay, so it's just a lot of bolt guns. So 10 bolt gun shots. 6 hit.
Entertaining.
Yeah, 1 hit. Rerolling for the captain. Jumping the gun there a little bit. Those both miss, and that fails to wound. So, oh man, this piece of terrain, guys, let me tell you, I have constantly been, like, this is a great source of frustration for me, and I don't know why. Every time I go to reach for a die, I knock that, I knock this, I knock it. It's so wild, guys. I can't even explain how frustrating this one singular, these 3 pieces of plastic are. Charging it. 9. Huzzah. There. Happy. And that is it for charging. We're going to attack the Marshal first with the Power Fist guy. He's got 3 attacks on the charge. He hasn't been hitting that well, or my Power Fists have been hitting that well this game. So let's see. Not a bad start. We do not get Death to the False Emperor because it's -1 to hit. 3s to wound. Ooh, 1 wound. I have no rerolls, and Josh still has a reroll available for this invulnerable save. Anything fancy? We're just rolling it? I guess so. You're fine. All right, it's going to come down to the regular Marine and the Rhino, which I'll do the regular Marine. He hits twice, but he has Death to the False Emperor. Hits again. 5s to wound. Oh, okay. 3 up saves.
3 up.
He's okay. He's okay. The Rhino has 4 attacks now on 6s. No, nothing. Okay. That's it for them over there, and then I get to do my non-charge elect. I'm going to have all of them attack the biker. I'll start with the Aspiring Champion. He's got 2 attacks on 3s. We got 1 hit. No wound. Ooh. And then we have 4 regular guys attacking because they don't get any bonus attacks. No re-rolling. No wounds either. All right. So that's it for my attacks. You get to retaliate with Rhino, Biker, Captain, and Marines. Where would you like to
We're
start?
going to do it in that exact order.
Rhino, Biker, Marshal, and Marines? Okay. So Rhino's up first. He's got 3 attacks. It's got 2 hits. Now, I gotta go look at the rule to see if those automatically wound or not. Oh, never mind. It's only the turn you charge you get that rule. That kind of sucks. But it makes sense, they're Black Templar. But at the same time, it'd be nice if it was always active. But it would totally work for a Rhino if it had charged. But still, it's gonna wound on 3s. It has 1 wound. It's the Assault Doctrine, so guess what's got AP? That's right. But you know what? I'm fine. And that's going to bring us to the Sergeant with his chainsword. He's going to have 3 attacks because he's a Sergeant with a chainsword. We didn't charge, so that 6 doesn't work. And if we used the 6 to hit on turns that didn't work or matter, I think it wouldn't have, because they've been pretty much charging and killing everything. The only time it would have mattered was on the Rhino, but it's a vehicle, so it wouldn't have worked. And these wound on not that. Okay.
That's awful.
So it goes the Marshal then, and I assume he's attacking my Tactical Marines.
Marshal will be attacking those Marines, yeah.
Yeah, go for the Marines. All right, well, he's got his 4 attacks, +1 because I charged him, +3 because he's got the Teeth of Terra. 2s. Rerolling. My goodness. 3s. And his AP 3. He does not reroll any of these, and my guys are dead. Yeah, you got him. That was a 5-up save, by the way. Oh, wait, no. 6-up save. It was a 6-up save. Now the Marines have piled in. 1 won't be able to fight. They were charged, so they get an extra attack. So that's 6, 10 attacks. Yeah, that's math.
Hey, time to swing. Looking for 3s. Rolling 1s.
And boop, boop, boop. I guess it would work if I charged them as well. Always angry, these guys. One wound. I make my save. So they're done. And then that's all done. And then that's pretty much it. Now, to make this a little bit quicker, I will concede if there's a turn 6. Otherwise, I think it's a draw. Is that correct? Because you have your turn. You get your 2 points. Wait, no, you get your 2 points here. Putting you at 10, and I'm at 10. And you can go for line breaker. You just fall back. I mean, I don't think you need to because you already have line breaker. I got line breaker over there. Is there a way you could kill that Rhino? Is that a thing you could do? I don't think so. I don't even think you have enough attacks in range. So, like, these guys, if he moved out of the way, they could rapid fire into him. They have to all hit, all wound. He'd have to hit and wound with everything, and then he would have to charge in and kill it as well. Okay, you know what? For the sake of the astronomical odds of that happening, I say we roll it.
Let's play.
Let's play. All right, let's play. Because otherwise, I'm going to concede if there's another turn. Because all Josh has to do is I get 2 points, and then Josh moves on top of that objective on this turn to get 3 points. And then that would give him the win. Rhino moves there, makes way for them to shoot. I'm just going to combine all their fire together. They get to rapid fire because they don't move. And this Rhino has to make sure it falls back and gets to that objective. Other than that, though, I don't think anything else is too critical. These guys...
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the captain up onto that objective as well.
Just in case?
Just in case.
Bam. So he's going to fall back from combat, end up over here. With his 2 wounds.
Then the veterans and the Emperor's Champ are going to go into that Rhino.
Clean him up. These combined firing with that. We already measured these guys wouldn't be able to make a charge after running through the trenches. And then this guy here will be firing as well, so it's going to be 4, 8, 10 attacks. It's actually 16 shots because I've lost all ability to do math now. 3s to hit. And wounding on 5s. So yeah, he makes 1 save, he's gonna take a damage, and then the Rhino has to charge it but can't kill it with that amount of attacks. And then these guys have pistols into the Rhino here, and you know what? I'll just say they've killed the Rhino.
Right.
There, we'll just say they kill the Rhino. Make it save the dice rolling, because I don't think it matters too much. And then, well, you know what? They say it doesn't blow up. It doesn't blow up either. Because I'm going to concede on turn 6 anyways. I want to see if the game continues. He really wants to attack with his Sergeant Biker guy, though, so I will let him. He's got 3 attacks? Yeah.
3 attacks.
Okay, well, that's pretty good, but he didn't charge, or was charged. And he wounds once, and he does kill 1 dude. Boom. Yeah. And then I guess I'll see if I kill him back. I hit him. I don't wound him, and then I have 3 other attacks. I hit him once. I don't wound him, so he's still alive. This is all that really matters. The rest of this stuff, not so important. Over here, I got line breaker, you've got line breaker. The score is 10-10. That was battle round 5. On a 3 or more, there's a turn 6 where I then cannot possibly win, and it'll be a Black Templar victory. Are you ready, Josh?
Yes.
And technically, I'm the one who's supposed to roll this. Bam! It is a Black Templar victory. I will concede there. 100%, because on my turn I get 2 points. Josh will get 3. Well, 3. 1, 2, 3. I had to give up that one to go. I didn't have to go for that one, but Josh would have been able to clean up these 2 guys, I think, with whatever he had. These guys could have moved forward and charged them, and there's a lot of options to kill him. So I was going to be a little more aggressive with him, try and get the Warlord kill, and then have the game end and go for a win, as opposed to maybe tie on turn 6, I guess, in that regard. Man. So, just my luck that I have tried to win, I think, 3 games now with the Black Templar throughout all their releases in 8th edition. Pretty much right away when the indexes came out. Maybe it was only 2 times I tried. I tried once, a couple times when the indexes came out. I was bad at them, and I lost horribly. To be fair, they weren't great. And I tried again when what was it? The Space Marine book came out. I tried again, and then I tried again another chapter approved. I didn't try yet with this new book. I was too distracted with other things. Give it to Josh to try them out for the first time when the new book comes out and win. I'm very jealous. I have wanted...
So here's the question, Luka.
Yes.
When you played previously, did you bring any special or heavy weapons?
I did. I brought
plasma. I think that was your mistake.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I should have only brought bolt pistols, bolt guns, and chainswords.
Just angry as a power armor. That's all you need.
You might be right. You actually might be right, because I did bring, like, a power fist. Well, I guess special weapons. I brought plasma guns. And I think there was, like, a squad that had a missile launcher a couple times. You know, just playing WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get for the most part across the board. And, you know, they did cool stuff. I liked the build of the Crusader squads. They can have unique takes on their tactical squads. But you know what? It wasn't worth the points. I think you're right. Just bolt guns and chainswords. I mean, big bolt guns with AP, then chainswords with AP. I mean, to be fair, these guys are a lot better than how I played them, but so have the opponents become better. So, I'll leave the Black Templar to you. I wanted to make them work. I couldn't do it. I was bad with them. And I gotta say, your tactic of just annihilating this one side and taking apart my one weakness over here was something I did not consider. I figured you were gonna do a weird split assault, like, not weird, but drop pods coming out over here to attack this guy, and that's why I had but I had the 2 rhinos over here to defend it. So I guess you've seen that, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna go over here and hope for the best. Not hope for the best, but take this half of the battlefield, and it worked wonderfully. Was that the plan?
The idea was to just drop in there. I wanted to kill him earlier. The idea was to kind of sweep up and almost turn it into a hammer and anvil kind of thing, and just have. I didn't want to be super spread out all over the place.
Yeah.
As soon as you went and spread out your forces, I kind of said, well, I can drop in this one area, I can concentrate all my force in one spot, and then roll up. And it'll take him an extra turn or 2 to get the rest of his guys back into the game.
And that's pretty much what happened. It was I was done during deployment. I spread out 2. You know what? There's something to be said about playing a 1,000 point list and spreading out that thin. I didn't even consider that. I'm so used to 1,500, 2,000 point games where no matter how thin you spread, you're still pretty heavy everywhere. And I should not have spread that thin. You're right, because the second you deployed over here, I had thought, okay, well, that's bad. All of this stuff is now useless. You don't even care about these objectives, but you were able to put enough stuff over here to make it so I had to commit troops over here, because otherwise you're denying me the points. So I'll be...
Right, yeah, so...
We both had 3 points, but you were up 1 on me because you got the first strike. And that was hard to... That was honestly hard to recover from. There was like one turn where I denied you 1 of your points, and I was able to tie it up, but I wasn't able to end the game, or the game just didn't end early enough for me. So, like, great idea to deploy both the drop pods over here. We're really utilizing like the drop pod initial threat right away too. So there's always that. And I think that your plan worked splendidly too, because then these guys came in, cleared out my middle, cleared out my right, and then what I had remaining just wasn't really enough to deal with what you had remaining. And it was just like a pretty good precise strike. Very, very, very Space Marine. Very nice.
Yeah.
So folks, that is the end of this game. It is a victory for the Black Templar by a few points. It was a pretty close game up to the very end. I did want to concede on turn 4, but then we both seen the potential for me to like tie it or maybe take a win. There was a stretch, and it looked hopeful when I got him down to 2 wounds. But alas, the dice did not give me the final necessary rolls. And
you should have kept it the vets closer to him.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, Josh could have protected.
Right, and when you were trying to kill that, I realized after the fact that when you were trying to kill the Emperor's Champion, that I probably had vets close to him that could have just jumped in front and taken the wounds.
That's true too. And if the only damage I did to him was through sacrifice to heal my 1 greater possessed over here, so that could have then gone on them. Which I wonder what the Black Templar mortal wounds. Did it just ignore all mortal wounds on a 5-up, or is it from powers? It's all mortal wounds.
It's all mortal wounds, yeah.
So you could, I'm pretty sure you could have your company veterans take the mortal wounds on a 2-up and then have a 5-up to ignore their mortal wound.
I hadn't even considered that. Yeah, I'd have to read more into that to see if that would work, but yeah, potentially.
I think there is some potential for that to work. That's just me kind of throwing that out there without actually looking at the rules a little bit closer and interaction with other things. But a very good showing for the Emperor's Champion over here. A good showing for the Marshal, and overall, when you're bringing only bolt pistols and chainsaws, you're allowed to bring a lot more stuff, and that really showed. You had a lot more, you had quantity over me, and I don't even really think I had the quality troop choices, but they just didn't do anything. Man.
Yeah, because I mean, looking at this, you did damage, but you killed, what, 3 bikes and 10 Marines?
I think Josh is correct. I barely killed anything. Like, my melta gun showed out, whiffed. My plasma guns, they showed up, killed like 1 or 2 guys. And then I overextended over here. That was actually kind of like a little on purpose, because I wanted to draw you in. And I was hoping to come clean up with my characters, but I just didn't do like anything. I put a lot more value in my characters than what they were able to do, and I overextended with my Master of Possessions as well. He would have been critical with his utility abilities, and I kind of just threw his life away. But then again, Josh...
I think multiple small units help with just going over, grabbing objectives all over the place, but also when you have these big killy squads and characters, you overkilled the couple times you did kill.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. Because I had the very killy character, and I killed 5 veterans, sure, but I mean that could have been 10 veterans. That could have been like 8 veterans I killed in a 10-man squad, forcing the other 2 to run.
So yeah, those veterans are what, they're 14 points a pop.
Oh, they're only 14. I figured they'd be a lot more. 17? Oh, maybe there are.
They're 14 points a pop, and then there's a power fist in there. But I think overall, still, like, they're not super expensive in that configuration. I don't have the points in front of me right now, but yeah, they were like 14 points green. Yeah,
that is like super reasonable. In fact, this is like a overall really good showing, like specifically not even like the new Primaire stuff. So all old. This is like a completely old school, classic Black Templar list you'd see from games like over the last 15 years, right? This is the standard Black Templar stuff you'd typically see, minus like the named characters, I guess, if you want to throw them in. Or also minus a chaplain. So shame on Josh for not bringing a chaplain to this game. It's like a Black Templar classic.
The role being very long.
Yes, Josh's excuse was he didn't want to. Josh is a little rusty with 40k, so he didn't want to learn the new chaplain rules, which is fine. I don't blame him.
I've played like a year and a half.
Yeah, it's been a long time. He's kind of getting back up on that horse, playing with Steve and myself. He's playing guard with Steve and playing the Black Templar here against me. Anyways, folks, that is it for this game. Hopefully you enjoyed it. The Black Templar wins a pretty big deal, I think. Like I was going into this, I'm like, oh, whatever, my greater possessed, no problem, I'm gonna walk all over them. I was wrong. Thanks so much for watching. As always, happy wargaming, everyone. Alright, next up in the vault, Josh and I are going to continue playing Battalion Battle Reports, but this time I'm changing it up to Space Wolves, whereas Josh is completely changing up his list, but keeping it very traditional when it comes to the Black Templar. Double Crusader, all the models you see here are going to be riding inside of the Crusaders. Just realized I put them on the table to show them off, mostly because it'd just be two models otherwise and it wouldn't look that exciting. So MSU, Black Templar, many small squads inside of Land Raiders. It's actually multiple small squads, but I say many. And then I have Blood Claws in a drop pod ready to descend upon this battlefield in this 4-pillar game. If you want to check it out, get yourself some more 40k content, click on that link below and get yourself a 7-day free trial and get yourself many, many more episodes of Warhammer 40k.